Hello, and welcome back to another live stream here with Jackson and Kyle. We're hoping this one goes better than last night did, Kyle.
For your sake, I hope so, because that was rough by the end of it.
Yeah.
At least, hopefully we get a closer game so we don't run out of things to talk about, because we already kind of touched on, we did the whole Patriots and Bills game, and we touched on the Raiders-Bengals game. So there's really nothing else to talk about outside of this.
Yeah, I think that better hope that this one ends up being close. So I guess, should we preview the game for a second a little bit? I'm wearing my Tom Brady jersey. I do kind of feel like I said we should preview the game, and then I'm not doing that. But I'm wearing my Brady jersey that I just got. It does feel a bit like I don't think that everyone wearing a Brady jersey is a bandwagoner, but bandwagoners wear Tom Brady jerseys. So I do feel a bit weird about that. I never thought I'd be the guy who wears the Tom Brady jersey.
What's the diehard Buccaneers jersey to go to? Is it like Warren Sapp, or is it like
I think
Derek
Mike
Brooks?
Allstott is probably
Allstott. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Derek Brooks also up there. And I think for me, someone my age, I have a Vincent Jackson jersey. I think that's a good one. Or maybe the current player would probably be Mike Evans, I think, which I also got a Mike Evans jersey. I'm hoping I'll get an opportunity to wear that next week, but we got to win today.
Any Levante David jersey love? Is that not really?
That's a good one too. Yeah, that one and Mike Evans are kind of on the same tier, I think.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. I think it's I guess if you have a Drew Bledsoe jersey. I used to have a Drew Bledsoe jersey. I was a kid, so
but you know what I mean though, right?
Yeah.
When your team, you want to have a certain jersey, when you're a Patriots fan, I'm sure I would bet that you probably have a Brady, some sort of Brady shirt or something, but you also kind of want to get an Edelman jersey. You don't want to be the guy wearing the Brady jersey, kind of. You want to have a little bit different.
Yeah. No, I get it. I completely agree. Although I had a Brady jersey too. So to answer John David's question, yes, this is just going to be looking at us. This is kind of a simulcast thing. So, if you think like the Manning cast, they're up on the screen. You can have the game on your TV, follow along with us on your computer, iPad, whatever you listen to. And it's basically just like a second cast, because we can't show the game on YouTube because they'll shut us down.
Yeah, exactly. Also, Greg has a point where he said, I followed TB to TB. I guess I'm a bandwagoner. Sorry, guys. I don't know how you feel, Kyle. I am firmly in the camp of root for who you want to root for. Have fun. Sports about fun. I don't care. Root for every team. If you are a bandwagoner, be a bandwagoner. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I have no problem with it. Just stick to your guns. If you're gonna say, hey, I'm a Tom Brady fan, so I'm following Tom Brady, stick with that. It would have been a different thing if yesterday it's back on the Patriots side of things, although you didn't want to be yesterday. So yeah, I think it's, if you stick to your guns, that's fine with me. I don't really care either way. As long as you're a football fan. Football fans are, welcome to the chat.
Yeah, exactly. I'm even more relaxed than that. Go back and forth. You can ping pong around. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't know. I know people who root just for their fantasy teams.
Yeah, that's also true. Yeah, people root against their favorite team if they're, the other quarterback is their fantasy quarterback.
Yeah. So, are we actually going to preview the game now? Should we talk a little bit about that? Because I think okay. I think this is much more in Tampa's favor than it seems like you think. I know Tampa Bay's missing some guys, but I think as we talked about on our Wednesday show, the Eagles are the second lowest blitz rate in the NFL. They don't, like I said, they don't blitz a lot, and Tom Brady has the fastest release in football. He's the fastest gun in the West, as they say, except he's the East Coast. So typically you could say, well, rushing Brady with 4 and getting to him is how you win. But the problem with that is that this Buccaneers offensive line is very good. And then the soft cover zone that the Eagles run, it's going to be very hard to get to Brady and also cover these guys long enough for the defensive line to actually make impact plays, in my opinion. Brady's going to be perfectly content with taking the 5-yard out in this game. I think that this is going to be a game where he's going to, he's going to have, 5.5 yards per pass, but he's going to be super efficient in this game. And that's why the Buccaneers, I think, are going to win big.
Yeah, well, that's my counter argument is, will the Bucks be able to get explosives in this one too frequently? And my guess would be no. I think they're going to have to run these methodical drives, which that's just not. You can win that way. You certainly can, and Brady's won a lot of games that way. But how many times are you going to win? How frequently is it that you're going to win that way? Is, I think, a fair question. And so, if Brady does have to run 12-play drives, things can go wrong. And maybe it's not Brady throwing an interception. Maybe it's Mike Evans dropping a pass and then it getting batted up and intercepted. Maybe it's just a holding penalty, which takes things back and makes things more difficult. When you take out the explosives, it's just more difficult to run sustained offense. And then we talk about the Washington game. That's what happened. They didn't give up explosives and they got a couple things to go their way. So that's why I still do think I like Tampa Bay, because I think Tampa Bay has to make mistakes for this game to go Philadelphia's way. But I don't think it's crazy to think that could happen.
It's possible for sure. And then the interesting side of it on the other side is going to be the Tampa Bay defense against Jalen Hurts in this offense. Jalen Hurts has kind of been a feast or famine quarterback this year as he's still developing, still working out some things. I think the interesting thing, so the ongoing thought, I think I brought this up on Wednesday's shows too, is that Tampa Bay's run defense is just overwhelmingly good. But Tampa Bay's run defense has given up the 4th most rushing yards in the NFL to quarterbacks this season. So how does Jalen Hurts take advantage of that? Can he take advantage of that is going to be the big question for me.
Yeah, and the game has started. We didn't sync up beforehand, so let me know if I'm a little bit fast or a little bit slow. But yeah, Tom Brady has taken the field at this point. They're showing.
Yeah, Elliot just kicked off for me, so I'm behind you.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pause it the second the first snap is taken. And then, or maybe I'll do something with something. Okay. All right, here. I paused it when there's 18 seconds on the play clock for the first snap. So once you get there, let me know, and then I'll hit play. And that's when we'll all hit play, so we're all on the same page. If you have the capability to rewind on your screen.
And if you don't want to, don't spoil it for everybody else, please.
Yeah. We will ban you if you
clock.
Okay. We're on the same. So now 17-16. Here we go. Tom Brady is going to do something with his feet. Now, okay, you have Tyler Johnson, or no, that's Rashad Perriman in motion and a handoff to the left, and a good run by Keyshawn Vaughn, who bounced off a guy, and right out the bat, hey, how about that for an explosive? Running it up the gut for 17 yards.
I never gave up my Keyshawn Vaughn stock. I still liked him out of the draft. He's had some moments to end this season, and he's going to be a big factor in this one with Leonard Fournette out. Obviously,
pulled the right tackle all the way over to the left too. That's fun. Makes sense, right? Get your best offensive lineman, Tristan Wirfs, the first team All-Pro. Get him moving. Get him be the guy making the key blocks. As now we have a drop pass on first down to set up 2nd down and 10. That's Giovanni Bernard back in the game and dropping the football already.
Yeah, and that's another big spot too with Fournette. He was also a pretty reliable receiver out of the backfield. Fournette was a pretty complete back. He's a pretty underrated part of this offense for all 3 things he can do.
All right, so they're playing that cover 2 zone that we expected. They kind of had an opening over the middle, and now looks like Perriman and Brady not on the same page.
Flag down.
Uh-oh. What's this here?
We don't know. Oh, roughing the passer. Ooh, big. Look at Brady already getting the calls in the playoffs. No, let's take a look at this. Donovan Smith doesn't stand a chance. Oh, he does hit him a little low. That might be a little tough. I mean, it's late,
that's not that's not roughing the passer. I mean, that's not roughing the passer. I mean, what are you supposed to do there?
Yeah. I mean, the one thing is that you say it's a low hit because it's below the waist.
I guess so, but it's barely below the waist.
Yeah,
he got pushed into him.
Tough call.
Yeah, that's a tough one for Philadelphia. All right, but that's why you signed Tom Brady. You get the calls too. That's part of his contract. Here we go. Looks like Philadelphia may be changing up a little bit. Part of playing man, what they're showing, but we'll see. They are playing man, and it's a handoff, and you're going to gain a few yards there.
Yep. So we'll look at this one more time. Well, was he pushed low? I don't know. I couldn't see. They didn't show the Smith part of that. Um, Either way, it's in the past now.
Okay, I screwed up. I
Ooh,
accidentally hit the plus 15 seconds. So I think I'm gonna play ahead here. I screwed up the
okay.
sync.
Well, I just saw the incomplete pass, so it's 3rd and 6, 33 seconds on the play clock.
Okay, here. I'll try to sync it up once again. Okay, well now there's a looks like Tristan Wirfs is down in the field in the future.
Well, that's not good.
No, not good.
Is that Wirfs or Smith?
I believe that was Wirfs.
Who's 78? That's Smith, isn't it?
No, 78 is Tristan Wirfs.
Oh, wait, I'm losing it. Okay. So,
Okay, so right when it goes to commercial, let me know. That's when we'll
okay.
sync.
I'm looking at Bruce Arians.
All right, should be
All right,
commercial. In a second.
commercial.
Okay, so we're on the same page. Now we're back synced up. Sorry about that. All right. Well, I want to die.
Early in the game, we don't know what's happening with this yet. Hopefully, he's able to get off on his own power and make that work.
Yeah, I mean this would be tough. I mean we're just how rare is it that the first guy we compliment is an offensive lineman and then he's the one who ends up getting hurt early on?
Yeah, it's a tough break. I mean, he's easily their. I think he's their best offensive lineman. Obviously, being named to the All-Pro team proves that, and because the All-Pro team never gets it wrong.
No, never.
But he is very good. So I mean, I think it makes a lot of sense. But I mean, it's tough break there. Like I said, hopefully he's able to get up on his own power and come back into this game.
Yeah, like right. Ali Marpet's very good as well. But yeah. Well, hopefully. Let's see. Lewis in the chat says we need a capless Kyle reveal. How about this, Kyle? If the Eagles win, you take off your hat.
I mean, I can just take off my hat now. It's not that big a deal.
Oh my God!
There it is.
What is? Wow, Kyle! It's such incredible hair behind that hat.
Look at those luscious locks. I mean, so yeah, that was my hatless head.
Headless. Hopefully, we don't get a headless reveal.
After that Patriots game, we might.
I see in the chat. So, have you heard of the Brett Coleman curse, Kyle?
No. What's the Brett Coleman curse?
So, Brett Coleman, of course, a great YouTuber here on this platform, makes incredible film studies on this, on YouTube. He is known for, it seems like everything he says, he'll say one thing and then it gets immediately cursed. So he tweeted out something like, I swear every week Tristan Wirfs gets closer to, basically says something, says a compliment about Tristan Wirfs. I believe on the very next play, Tristan Wirfs now goes down with an injury.
Well, that sucks. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, maybe he is cursed. We'll never know.
Yeah, hopefully he's okay. So Wirfs is limping off of the field. That's not a good sight.
Yeah, going to the locker room doesn't seem like a good sign either. Big spot here. Let's see if the Eagles can kind of get off the field because the big 3rd down.
Yeah, 3rd and 6, and we see Gronkowski's lined up next to Josh Wells as who's the new right tackle replacing him. Maybe he'll be in just the block. Give him some reps to get in. Nope, you're going to leave Wells one-on-one. Brady has time. Evans is open. He hits Evans, and they're going to get the 1st down. Tampa Bay moves the chains. Good stuff by Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of trust there in your right tackle, just coming into the game, making that block, and then good trust from Brady there, giving Evans time to get open on that. He's watching him progress on that route. He makes the play.
Yeah, it looks like so they showed the play earlier. Wirfs got rolled up on. It looked like he stayed in for another play, but that's when he noticed he was in pain.
Yeah.
That's another play for 1 yard.
Yeah, I mean, what is it now? Godwin, Brown, obviously Wirfs, Richard Sherman, Cyril Grayson. Is there anybody else missing?
Sean Murphy-Bunting is out.
Oh, okay. Tough spot.
And did you say Fournette?
I didn't say Fournette, actually.
Okay, Fournette. All right, pass to, was that caught? Yeah, we can't hear it, so we have to just deal with that. Yeah, I believe that was caught. So, okay, 3rd down and short here.
Good pickup there. Quickly to the line, I wonder if they thought it was incomplete.
We're going to hurry up to the line. 3rd and 2. Quick pass to Bernard, who catches this one and gets the ball inside the 20. So, a couple of 3rd down conversions here already for Tampa Bay.
Yep. And Eagles, if they want to win this game, they have to win a third down. They
Mm-hmm.
can't let they can't let drives extend against this team. They're just going to get burned eventually. Good catch there from Bernard to go up and get that one. Bouncing back from the drop with back-to-back catches. Now he's coming out. So
Yeah, looks like, Bernard will probably be in mostly on third downs, I would assume, or, it looks like Cameron Brate, the tight end, is lined up in the backfield here. I wonder if they're doing this almost just for a blitz protection. Now Brate goes out wide. They've
3
done this
tight
a few
ends on the
times.
field. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Throw to O.J. Howard. A rare O.J. Howard sighting, picks up about 2 or 3 on that one.
Yeah. Interesting play setup there, play design, getting all 3 tight ends on the field.
I kind of like it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if they're going to play deep coverage, that's where your tight ends can kind of excel in one-on-one matchups, or in zone matchups, finding that spot. So, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, so you have Vaughn back in the game here. 3 receivers to your right, and throws to Brate to the left, who's going to get a good block from Donovan Smith and pick up the first down.
Yeah, that was pretty easy play call there. Eagles in soft coverage, and then easy pitch and catch.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because this is what Philadelphia wants Tampa Bay to do, right? They're trying to get them to drive down the field and have to run these, long drives, but Tampa Bay is just doing a really good job right now on this first drive and really executing all their plays well. And the hope for Philadelphia, I think, is stick with the game plan. Eventually, they'll make a mistake. Just let them make the mistakes. Don't overthink this and think that you have to change things. At least not yet. That's what I would think.
Yeah, at least hope they make a mistake.
Right.
By the way, O.J. Howard, last time they played the Eagles, 6 catches, 49 yards, a touchdown.
Yeah, that was also without Gronkowski.
Yeah.
And that was when he was hurt. So, okay, Rush gets you a couple yards closer to the goal line here. You start to wonder, could this be Mike Evans territory?
Yeah, you got to imagine. So this is an interesting part with the Bucs. Like, couldn't you just throw Mike Evans on one side and then throw Gronkowski on the other side, split out wide, and just say, "Hey, pick your poison"?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, what are you going to do? Double both of them? Okay, then run up the middle.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, those are 2 just awesome red zone targets to have on the same team. So let's see how they line this up. So they got Evans and Bernard out wide.
Looks like
Bernard is going to check back, but it looks like Evans has one-on-one out there. So maybe
we'll
they
see
go
if this is the Mike Evans fade. Nope, they're going to hand it off, and this is going to be close, and they're going a touchdown. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Fired a cannon 6 times. Buccaneers are in. Giovanni Bernard with a touchdown.
Yeah, pretty good. I don't know if they had like 2 plays set up there because the safety was shading over, and then he ended up actually going out to double Evans, prepared for that, and Bernard gets in pretty easy off that.
And that is in, yeah. Good call. And great drive from the Buccaneers right off the bat. Kind of a classic Tom Brady drive.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you could go to the roughing the passer, but I mean, the Eagles have to get stops still. They had 2 opportunities on third downs to get stops, either force a punt or potentially force a field goal. Didn't get stops on either of those. Buccaneers go down and score 7-0.
Yeah. Lollipop BA really wants to say hi to Kyle from India.
Hi, Lollipop. Baba.
Yeah. Cool. We got the Nepal person yesterday. Now the someone from India. The whole nation is whole world watching the On the Sideline podcast stream edition.
Yeah, we are Mr. Worldwide. Both of us are.
Like Pitbull?
Yeah, basically.
Are you a big Pitbull guy, Kyle?
No, but we're the Pitbull of football podcasters. That's what we are.
I can't tell if that's supposed to be a compliment or an insult. I think
we're just everywhere.
We just exist. People when they hear us, they don't actively turn us off.
We just, I don't know. Every year we like my high school would do grad bash at Universal Orlando.
Okay.
And he performed literally every time. Like, I don't know what it is. Pitbull is just always available.
Yeah, that's probably fair. Yeah, we're always available. I mean, we're doing these streams. We're podcasting almost twice a week. I'm always making videos after every big game. Yeah, I think that's fair. We are Pitbull.
I'm okay with it. I mean, listen, we're not gonna get the what is it? The well-known notoriety or rave reviews, but the people love us. It's the people's podcast.
Yeah. Like, listen, I think we'd rather be like a Kendrick Lamar, but you don't get to choose what you are.
Sometimes we're just not that talented. We got to find our niche.
Yeah, exactly. The world needs pit bulls.
There you go. This is so weird.
Mhm. Yeah, so I guess I'd say ankle injury for Tristan Wirfs. That's what we know.
um, at the very least, hope he's back for next week because definitely need him then.
Yeah, I mean, well, the one thing I'll say is like I don't know how badly this injury affects them this week because they're probably not going to be running too many long developing plays anyway. So that's kind of the one saving grace for this week. But definitely the concern is long term, and it seems like Tampa Bay just had they've had 3 new injuries every week and 3 new players get back from injury every week. It seems every game.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's really kind of how it's been. Really weird year too, especially when they had a fair amount of injury luck last year. It just seems like it's catching up with them. I know they had a few injuries last year, but it seems like it's really catching up with them this year. But at the same time, they could have all their guys back by next week, and then we're being like, oh, besides Antonio Brown, who's not coming back. And then all of us, yes, and then you're just like, okay, well, they're fine again.
Right, exactly. So yeah, it's interesting, and part of it too is, hey, this is why the bye week matters. Where Tampa Bay, if they beat the Saints one get time, then they're the 1 seed, and they don't have to play in this game, and they don't have to risk any injuries.
Yeah, completely agree. So,
all right,
Jalen Hurts.
We have a chat sync. Actually, we'll get to that later. I thought it was funny, but let's get into the game. Or just one word to describe the performance yesterday, Kyle.
Shit.
Okay. Also, I noticed that reminds me, our stream ended up getting limited monetization for I think it was all the dildo talk that we had on the stream last time.
That's so funny. Wasn't our fault.
Yeah, what are we supposed to? We have to commentate on the game. All right. Looks like Tampa Bay's going into the zone coverage, which I had success with last time. I like to see that. And let's see what happens with a healthy defensive line. And they're going to pitch it back and not a lock. Oh, but good move by who was that? But I can't see the number.
Miles Sanders.
Yeah, that was Miles Sanders. Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah, I mean that's a good run, but I mean you're right though. The zone defense is the right call here. I mean, mobile quarterback, you typically want to sit in zone, make them read the field and make them throw through tight windows. So yeah, but good play there to start the game for the Eagles. How do you feel about Devontae Smith with the low ankle socks look?
I don't mind it. I don't hate it.
It's a little weird. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay. Well, here we go. Boston Scott in the game. They're throwing to Boston Scott, and Devon White makes the tackle, and there you go, Devon White. Hey, chasing down a halfback, in coverage. Just kind of what we have seen White not do the best of, but making the play there.
Yeah.
Playoff Devon White's a different player. Playoff Devon White. He was great last postseason after having a rough regular season, but playoffs, when the playoffs come, and maybe it's just Levante David next to him too, on a big 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, so pretty interesting play call here. We'll see what the Buccaneers go with on defense. It looks like they're going to play man-to-man, bring some pressure. And they get him in the backfield. Look at that.
Jalen Hurts, nothing. A great job by Tampa Bay. And, they weren't able to get those Jalen Hurts runs going last time, and nothing going here as well.
Yeah, so, I mean, 2 plays and Devon White comes up big both times. So, got to feel pretty good about that based on the end of this season. Although
that's a great play by Whitehead. Yeah. White. I mean, just great awareness by Whitehead to stay back, understand your assignment. Don't get caught going for the quarterback and then having it be a handoff. But the second you see it's the quarterback going up and making the play, White also got did a good job on that one as well. But Whitehead, great awareness.
Yeah, really good play, and then bad punt too. So Buccaneers are going to have a good field position. So this could get ugly pretty quickly here for Philadelphia.
Let's hope so.
And then a couple comments about the stream once again. As I said, we can't show the stream on here because they'll kick us off and copyright us, and we'll get in a lot of trouble. Don't want that. We talked about beforehand, we paused to sync up because we're on streaming services. We're not on cable, so it's a little bit behind. You can either keep watching and then hear our commentary and play behind if you want, or you can pause and sync up with us. Just please don't spoil it in the chat.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll try to remember once the game, we're at commercial now. Once the game starts, I'll shout out what time we're exactly at if you want to try and sync up again.
Yeah. So, Wait, we got this. Is this Napoleon? Is this supposed to be Napoleon being a stand-up comedian? Interesting.
What do you think about that? Watching commercials without hearing the audio.
It's a little weird. I mean, I can try and commentate through the commercials and understand what's going on, but I'm not sure everybody wants that.
Yeah, Jordan in the chat. Hey, Jack and Kyle, love your podcast. It really helped me get through the workday. Thought I'd show some love. Cheers. Well, thank you. Appreciate
Thank you,
that.
Jordan.
Yeah, no, that's kind of the fun thing about doing like a podcast. I always think about how, when I was like working my job at, usually I would be riding my bike to go to work. I was always a big podcast listener. So it's kind of cool that, I for the longest time was the person who was listening to podcasts as I'm, going through work and stuff like that. And now I'm the one making those podcasts. It's very fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it is pretty cool. I definitely listen to podcasts every day when I pretend to work at my office job. So it's nice to be on the other side of that. So it's fun stuff. Also, go to Apple Podcasts and review our podcast. That's on the Sideline Podcast on Apple Podcasts. Give us a good review.
Can I review our podcast? I don't think I've done it.
I don't know. Can you?
Is that like illegal? Is that like insider trading?
I don't know. I gave us 5 stars.
Okay. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'd go 5 stars, maybe 4 stars.
I mean, if we're Pitbull, then realistically we're going to be like 2.5. But we're a consistent 2.5 that's always around.
Yeah, never dip below 2.5.
Yeah, so just average.
David Cox in the chat. Will there be another live stream for any other games this week? No other live streams this week other than the podcast after the Monday night game where we will go over all of the games. Also, like this casual fan that says, please don't talk about the commercials. All right, we will.
All right, I'll break down every commercial, give you the play-by-play. Yeah, so they're showing the evolution of Tom Brady from 20-year-old to now 44-year-old. So yeah, that was interesting.
All right, so Philadelphia, okay, going to a single safety deep coverage here and stopping to run well. So maybe they are going to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah. So right now, Brady's at 8 passes for 36 yards. So he's just under 5 yards a pass, basically, right now. That's probably exactly what you want, right? If you're an Eagles fan.
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, not exactly what you want is the fact that it was a touchdown drive. But here we go again. Brady's going to throw it to it looks like the defensive back fell down.
Yeah.
Perriman and Tyler Johnson's numbers are really going to give me trouble because Perriman wears 16 and Johnson wears 18. So that's tough.
Well, it was like when you had your 2 tackles at 76 and 78.
Yeah, that's also difficult. All right, so 3rd and 3, another opportunity to get off the field for Philadelphia. Although maybe they would go for it on 4th, who knows? So man coverage and Brady's going to throw, and it is not caught by Tyler Johnson. That's 18. Yeah, that's not what you wanted to have happen there. Let's see. I want to see the replay and see if this was this was a catchable ball. I don't know what happened to Tyler Johnson. He was supposed to be good. Like he had a good, solid rookie season. Then he's gotten more play time. He just not played well. And Bruce Arians doing Bruce Arians things. We'll punt here.
I guess he's sticking with the field position battle, which I understand a little bit, but at the same time, when you have possibly the MVP of the league, you might want to use him a little bit more.
Yeah, I think I agree. And also, again, this is the strategy for Philadelphia, right? You get a drop pass and then boom, you get the ball back. Like that's what you want to have happen. Also, in the super chat, RD says this is more enjoyable than listening to broadcast. Please consider doing more. Well, for one thing, I think it's always been our goal to be more enjoyable to listen to than Joe Buck. So we're nailing it there.
I like Joe Buck, but yeah, I mean, I agree.
Do too, but it's a funny joke.
Yeah. I mean, always try and do our best.
Yeah. But yeah, in seriousness, we do appreciate that. I think the issue with doing more though is I feel like if we tried to do this like all day, I feel like we would just be like completely like not into it, like by the middle of the second game.
I can tell you we wouldn't be more enjoyable than the broadcast during the second game.
Yeah, exactly. Like we need to do it smaller. I think Tom Grassi does these for all the games, so maybe you can check him out. I mean, there's people who do this stuff, so you can check them out. But yeah, we just don't have the mental, what do you call? I don't know, the social energy to do that for that long.
The most amazing guy I think in the industry is Scott Hansen, the Red Zone guy. I don't know how he has that kind of energy all day.
and it's incredible. I mean, yeah, and like, have you seen like he doesn't drink water during the day?
He doesn't
Like he
drink
won't.
water, and he doesn't like. I've never seen him like sitting in a chair. This is the
Yeah,
Seinfeld bit with the the security guard wanting George trying to get the chair for the security guard. Like how does he just stand all day? Like I don't get it.
yeah, no, it's incredible. He's the best, right? I mean, he's like the one guy in sports media who's like universally liked.
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
Hmm.
the thing is that I think Hanson's good, but at the same time, I think just because Red Zone's such a great product, it makes it
Uh-huh.
easy to like him. Like,
Hmm.
I mean, Red Zone's amazing. I mean, the ability to set up and just jump from game to game like that is
Hmm.
it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's weird how like baseball doesn't do that. I mean, they kind of do with MLB tonight, but it's like you think wouldn't that be like the perfect thing, like baseball, to just like have a like no commercials, paid service, you jump in from game to game. Like I feel like that would go a long way.
It could, but at the same time, it's tough because it's like you could go into live for like 20 strikeouts a night.
I guess so, but like at least I feel like baseball, like part of it is like okay, when there's a run around like second and third, like now it's interesting. Like when it's just
Yeah,
like starting off an inning, it's like okay, whatever.
I guess that's fair. Yeah, basketball really struggles with it too. They try to do it with their NBA TV show, and I mean, there's just I don't know. I think football just lends itself with the idea of
Hmm.
being 20 yards away and working down to the red zone.
Yeah, I was also thinking like basketball and hockey. I feel like part of the issue with those is like you can't go into the big moments, because like it's a continuous game.
Yeah, exactly.
All
So
right. Well, enough about that. Let's get back to the game. Looks like again seems to be they're showing more of a zone coverage look. I think here for Tampa Bay. Let's see if Philadelphia sticks with the running game here, and they are going to with the
that's
quarterback
a good
run. Jalen
play.
Hurts has some room here, slides and picks up a good run from Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, good start to the drive there. Good execution on that play. Had everyone going the wrong way. Whitehead I thought actually made a pretty good play on that to prevent a big play, but um, wasn't going to do too much when there was a huge blocker in front of him.
Yeah. So 20 seconds on the play clock. There is 6:29 on the game clock. Second down and one. And again, we will see what Philadelphia decides to do. Looks as man in motion. You have two tight ends set up to the left, so maybe it'll be a rush to the left. That's my expert analysis here. As Jalen Hurts is going to take the snap and he is going to fake the handoff to the left. Looks like maybe another quarterback. No, he's going to throw it. I'm not sure if that was an intentional. If that's a passing play or if he just threw it away. There is a flag down though.
Yeah,
Lot of
I'm
chaos here.
curious. I'm curious what the call is going to be here. I didn't see.
Could this be an eligible man downfield, perhaps?
Oh no, I think Pierre Paul was lined up offside.
Oh, that's not helpful.
Yeah, yeah,
Also, we see Tom Brady saying the GOAT is here. Tom Brady, what are you doing in the YouTube chat? You should be paying attention to the football game. Is this what he's doing on a Surface Pro? Is this what he was actually doing when he threw the Surface Pro at one time? Was he was watching one of my videos and I said something stupid and he just threw it?
it could be that. He
Uh
was just
huh.
so upset with you. He
Yeah.
unsubscribed.
Oh no. Well, he's back though. He's back in the chat, listening to us break down this one.
Kind of a weird start for the Eagles offense. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Kind of seems like they don't want any business throwing the ball.
Oh, great tackle. Jordan Whitehead all over this one so far.
Yeah, he's had couple really good plays in this game to start. He's reading that if they're gonna put him out there on the read option, he's got the speed to get outside and chase down a running back. Good play
Mhm.
there.
Yeah, guys like that are really, I mean, someone like Jordan Whitehead really does help this stuff a lot because that's what they're trying to do. And they're having some success with this, Sanders, Jalen Hurts, read option stuff. But when you have a Jordan Whitehead, it does make things easier where he's someone who can tackle well, but also has speed.
Yeah. Now Philly's stuck in a situation that they don't want to be in. They're behind the sticks. They got to throw the ball downfield. Let's see if they can get something for Smith going.
Looks like Barrett's time to snap count as, another, solid pass there to set up a third and achievable for Philadelphia.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty good check down there. It actually looked like he was looking downfield, but it looked like pretty well covered by Tampa.
Hmm. Also, like Yo Daddy in the chat saying Floridians are weird people. No offense. This is coming from a YouTuber named Yo Daddy. So
Hmm.
yeah, just throwing that out there.
Floridians are weird though. I'll give you that. So
How could you?
I mean, kind of flirty. Wasn't born there, but lived there for a
Mm-hmm.
good amount.
All right. Here we go. 7 seconds on the play clock as it looks to be man once again. Can someone get open
No
for
pressure.
Philadelphia? Jalen Hurts is going to scramble
Good
outside the
play.
pocket, throws in. Oh, could have been intercepted. I believe that was Joe Tryon-Soyuncu, I believe, who tipped it.
Yeah. That was a really good play from Tryon there. I mean, he was going sideways and was able to get his hands up on that.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Well, it's
kind of
also interesting
spied
how
Hurts there.
they did this a couple times the first time where they have him as just the quarterback spy, which makes sense, right? Because again, he's a defensive lineman, so you have to respect him. But then he has the speed where he can still chase down someone like Hurts. It's just kind of
Exactly.
unfair that Tampa Bay has like that luxury position of him as a rotational edge rusher.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good pick too in the first round. Definitely seems like it's
Mhm.
paying dividends.
Yeah. Also, I mean, you got to fair catch that one.
Pretty dangerous, but
Mhm.
luckily he didn't fumble.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Interesting stuff. All right. Well, good first, 10 minutes for Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta be thrilled about that. Obviously, you would have liked to have the catch on third down by Tyler Johnson that would have extended that drive, but you're still in a position here to go up 2 scores pretty early in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. And the defense is playing very, very well so far. Not a lot going for Philadelphia. Is there some sort of adjustment you can make? I don't know if there is, right? Because when guys aren't getting open and you're not running the ball well, what do you do?
Yeah, I mean that's kind of your bread and butter too. That was part of the reason when we talked on the Wednesday podcast. It's like, I, if Philly wins this, weird stuff has to happen. They got to have a couple breaks. They got to get a couple turnovers. I don't see them like scoring 30 and beating Tampa Bay, and it seems like that's kind of playing out here early.
Yeah, I think so as well. I think that there is, you know, there's still plenty of time left. And again, I think both defenses have done some solid stuff so far. So I don't think it's out of the question. Like, I don't think this is I think the game feels like it's starting to get out of hand for Philadelphia, but that's not the case. I mean, it's a one-score game. And again, one of the things you have going for yourself as well is Tampa Bay is not going to be going for it in any 4th and 2s. So, and maybe for the Eagles, maybe if you get a situation like that, you do it. Maybe that's how you help out your offense. You just give them an extra down.
Yeah, um, it certainly could be a possibility, but they got to start converting first downs for sure.
Hmm.
I think the defense is in a good spot still. I mean, this is the game plan you want. You want to make
Hmm.
them go long drives. You want to make them earn every point they get. Uh, Brady's numbers, he's efficient right now, but he's not like beating you with 30-yard passes. If you're giving up big plays to Tampa Bay, you're definitely not going to win this. So I think the defense is in a good spot, but got to continue to get off the field on third down, which they did on the second drive, thanks to a drop, but they didn't do on the first drive.
Yeah, and is this another thing too, where maybe for Philadelphia, you start taking some shots, start throwing and pushing the ball down the field on once you get back on offense. Of take a shot or two here, try to see if you can get a big chunk play.
If Tampa Bay scores and goes up 2, I think I start debating it. But yeah, you got to find a way to get the top off that defense because they're prepared for that read option right now.
Yeah. So again, Tampa Bay going back to that, the 2020 Tampa Bay offense of running the ball. Looks like I'm trying to listen in here. They're showing Wirfs. Wirfs has returned from the locker room.
Looks like he's trying to work out, see if he can get back out there.
Mm-hmm.
What's your play clock at so we can line up?
Yeah, 20 seconds on the play clock. 3. Okay, Gronkowski just got a catch, has the first down with 3:54 left in the first quarter.
So that was a pretty good play there. That's Brady the Gronk bread and butter. And that's if you're going to sit in that soft coverage zone, although that looked like a little bit of a different play call. If you're going to sit in the soft coverage zone, Gronk's going to have that all day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so 3:37 on the play clock now as you have a cover 3 zone here. And Gronkowski, once again, going to pick up some yards, gets about 8, and you have another second down and short.
Yeah. Looks like Tampa's playing with a little bit more pace this drive on offense. Kind of want maybe they feel like they have an advantage here that they can keep going at Philadelphia with.
Yeah, a little bit. They did this a little bit the first drive too, taking some quick stops. I'm wondering what the intrigue is there. That's just Philadelphia going for single safety deep coverage, and now Tampa Bay is. Tyler Johnson makes the catch, almost broke out of it. That could have been dangerous for Philadelphia. Luckily, they were able to just make the tackle.
Yeah, I mean they like this setup here. They're going to keep playing. They're going to go no huddle and force Philadelphia out of this coverage. It seems like.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think that I wouldn't be doing this. I think I don't like what Philadelphia is doing. I think your defense is playing fine. Like this is not what you want to do.
yeah. This can't see. Let's see.
That's so going back to that cover two, Brady over the middle, and not sure what happened there as it goes incomplete. Looked like he was way off. So I wonder if there's, usually when that kind of stuff happens, there's sort of miscommunication, or maybe there was a bit of a bit contacting made or something. But wonder if Gronkowski tried to run through the linebacker and wasn't able to do it.
Yeah, it's possible. Regardless, that's that's good for Philadelphia though. They needed to stop there, force Tampa Bay to huddle up. They were getting kind of torched there for a couple plays.
Yeah, let's see. We can see it now. Maybe a
Uh,
little bit. I guess. Yeah, Brady wanted to hold. I don't
Not
know.
enough, I think, to call that, but
I agree. All right. So Brady takes the snap. You do have one-on-one. Brady's going to throw to Mike Evans, who gets wide open on this one-on-one coverage and breaks a tackle and eventually steps out of bounds.
Yeah, I mean that's if you're in one-on-one coverage, you're risking that with Mike Evans. It's a tough matchup for any corner, and he kind of bullies him out there.
Yeah, and that's the one thing the Buccaneers still have. All these wide receiver injuries, you still have a number one receiver. And even if Mike Evans, maybe, I don't know, he's having back-to-back down seasons. So is this just who he is now? Maybe he's not what he once was. Still a really good player and just showed it off right there.
Didn't he have 1,000 yards last year?
Yeah, but compared to what we've seen, I mean, he was getting like 1,500 yards relatively consistently.
Yeah, I just think that there's too many options right now.
That's
And
also
Brady's never been a guy to have some. Dangerous
I
throw
don't
there.
love that, but it gets it through there. I mean, that's just arm strength, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't see the number, but that was Maddox who, thought he had a pick six potentially, but Brady just threw it past him.
Looks like he read the route pretty well. Makes a good beat on it, but I mean, if you're going to throw the ball that hard, it's tough to get to that one.
Yeah, Brady's going to hand it off, and we have another first down. Is there a flag yet? There is a flag down.
In the end zone. I wonder if there was someone misaligned.
Maybe something like that. Well,
if Tampa's playing at this pace, it's over. I'm sorry, it's over.
Yeah, I mean, do you just start trying things? I think no, right? You stick with the game plan for now.
Definitely stick with it for now. I don't think you need to get desperate until in the second half. I think you need to hope your offense can get something going on the next drive for sure.
Yeah. Let's see.
12
men on defense and offsides. So they had an extra guy, and he was lined up offsides. Maybe wonder if that was he was trying to get out of. I wonder if that was he was trying to get
off the play field.
Yeah.
I'd imagine that's probably what it was. I didn't see anybody lined up offside, but all right, this is definitely not going well for Philly.
No.
First and goal from the 3. Evans split out wide. Let's see if they give him a chance in one-on-one coverage.
Yeah, Slay is on Evans now, though, so maybe you stay away from big play Slay. That's what they're going to do, hand it off, and pick up another 2 yards, set up a second down and goal at the 1 yard line.
What's the option here for Philly? Because they're able to run the ball up the middle for a little bit of consistent gain.
I think you have to force them to throw it at this point. I think that you can't let them just run it up the gut and get the touchdown. So you have to force them to throw it and force them to try to hit Mike Evans, which they can do. That's not that difficult, but I think that's what you got to do.
Yeah, potential future Jaguars head coach Byron Leftwich.
There you go. Yeah, it seems like that's what Philadelphia's doing. I think not against this front.
To the lineman.
Yeah, I think probably a play action.
No,
they're going to run it, and wow, wide open. So, this Buccaneers offensive line, even without an all-pro, is still just bodying a good defensive line.
Yeah. That's not a good drive for the Philadelphia defense.
No.
Didn't really seem like that they had any options there. Good drive from Tampa, though. They look good, although another guy's hurt.
I saw O.J. Howard calling for trainer. I'm not sure who went down.
Well, Jensen's also on the bottom of that pile. Is it? I hope it's not him. Is it him?
Yeah. Just talking about the play, Tampa Bay had an extra offensive lineman, Aaron Stinney, who, that is Ryan Jensen, who's hurt now. Jeez, well, that's not great.
Yeah. It just seemed like he's punching the ground. Yeah. But yeah, like you said, extra offensive lineman on the field makes it pretty easy. They're able to push him back and get the score. Uh,
Mhm.
this, I mean, sooner or later, these injuries are going to start piling up. It may not matter this game, but games going forward could be a big thing for Tampa.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is this is not great. I mean, the story of this game, I think, at this point, has almost turned into the injuries for Tampa Bay, losing two guys who were Pro Bowlers this year. One of them was an All Pro, and Tristan Wirfs. Ryan Jensen was a Pro Bowler. And now that they're both injured, and Jensen, maybe Wirfs is okay. He was back on the field. That's promising. That maybe, I doubt they'll put him back in for this game unless they need him, but at least for the future. But losing Jensen is tough, especially in that running game.
Yeah. No, 100% agree. They're definitely going to need him back. Man. So what's your feeling now with Tampa? We're 4 drives into the game. No, 5 drives into the game. Things are looking pretty good right now.
I mean, the game itself is exactly what I could have hoped for. I mean, I feel like, when I did my predictions, I predicted exactly how these teams would game plan against each other. Like I nailed it, but I did not expect Tampa Bay's offense to be able to just execute to the high level that they're doing. Like, you get one man coverage play, and Mike Evans just gets open by 10 yards, right? Like, you get these, you run a screen pass, first down immediately. Like, this stuff is working, and the only reason they got stopped was on a dropped third down. So offensively, it's going fantastic, and defensively, I was wondering, are the Eagles going to be able to get anything open? So far, they've gotten nothing open that we can see. It's a broadcast. And then they're stopping the run pretty well. Philadelphia's had a couple decent runs, but only a couple. So, I mean, if no one had gotten injured, this is as good of a start as I could have asked for Tampa Bay.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. And obviously, it seems like Wirfs is at the very least going to be able to go next week. If he's already moving around and participating in drills, we'll see what this
Maybe. I
Jensen
mean,
thing is.
I think about, Chris Godwin ran sprints on the sideline after tearing his ACL. So you never know.
That's fair. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
guess you never really do know. Tough break there. What does Philadelphia need to do on this next drive? Do you, like you
Take some
said,
shots.
do you take
Yeah,
a
I
shot
think.
downfield immediately, or do you try and maybe a trick play? I mean, you got to go into your full bag of tricks at this point, right?
Yeah, I think that you. Let's see if I'm going to. Let's see. I think you go for Quez Watkins, go for Devonta Smith, get something deep down the field.
Yep.
Mm. Looked like his
So
own guy fell back onto him, and he looks to be in pain. Ryan
yeah,
Jensen does.
yeah. Definitely don't want to see that from you know, your Pro Bowl center.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's just tough. I mean, that's not a fun injury.
No. Hopefully he's all right. But it is one of those things where, if you can get by without him in this game, I definitely try to and hope you get healthy for the next game. Especially with you already up 2 scores.
Yeah, I think that one interesting thing I'm thinking just schematically about the injury. Do you think maybe Tampa? So Ali Marpet played center for 1 year, which was one of the weird Dirk Cutter things he did. Was he was like, we're gonna, this All Pro, or I'm not sure if everyone All Pro, but this star left guard. Let's have him transition to center. Let's see if we can do that. And then that only lasted a year, but he can play center. Right. So do you see something where, Stinney, I think, is more of a guard? Do you see him now maybe play guard? You can move Marpet in the center, or do you just say, hey, let's not cause now 3 different guys to be different. Let's just have, whoever our backup center is go in there.
Well, I guess it depends on what their contingency plan has been done in practice, because it's
Mm-hmm.
all about, center's an important position for the quarterback because you got to get used to snap, just working on
Mm-hmm.
snaps, cadence, coverage stuff. A lot of that is down to the center and quarterback working in tandem. So it looks like they're going to have to figure something out. Well, they're obviously whatever been their backup plan in practice is what they're going to have to go with. I think there is some logic though to putting Marpet at center, but we'll see what they do.
Yeah, see what they do. Well, we won't find out too soon because we have, looks like, is the wind? Yes, I think they might need someone to hold the ball here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
All
guess,
right.
I know there is a lot of wind in this game.
What is the wind at this? Have they said?
I don't know even how I would quantify wind. I guess miles per
Miles
hour.
per hour. Yeah, that's
Okay.
it. Well, all right. Well, let's see how the Eagles offense responds here.
Yeah,
Like
so
we were
kickoff
saying.
is underway.
Yep.
We'll see. The ball is caught now. There is 23 seconds on the game clock as you see a decent return to about the 27.
Yep. So, uh, Eagles. I mean, there's really no phase of this game they're winning right now. They had a bad punt that set up the second Buccaneers drive. They had they're not winning field position battle. Their defense is getting kind of picked apart, and their offense isn't able to establish the run, which is basically their bread and butter. So, um, they need to figure something out here. Let's see what they can do.
Yeah. I think I agree. So 10 seconds on the play clock, 20 on the game clock. Jalen Hurts under center. Looks like could be a handoff here, and it is to Miles Sanders. Looks like maybe had some room if he cut back. Did not. Only picks up a couple here. I mean, I don't think you're gonna. I don't know if you're gonna win the game just running it up the gut 30 times.
Yeah, with Vita Vea and Ndamukong Suh there, that's going to be a tough win.
Yeah, exactly. I think that. Kyle, do you want to see my cat?
Sure.
So this is kind of see at the end there, get closer. That is Simba. He's asleep. Simba is not interested, but that is a cat.
So, my dogs my younger dog's actually mad at me because she likes to watch the football games with me or sporting events with me. Because she actually loves basketball.
Huh.
Because the sound, she gets drawn attention to the TV, and
Okay.
so she'll watch like a whole basketball game with me because she'll hear the ball bouncing and the shoe squeaking. She's super weird. But then football, she also kind of gets the same because they're shouting, all that kind of stuff, the whistle. She gets a little engaged in that too, but now she's probably moping in my room right now.
Gotcha. My dog, I teach when I would watch the hockey, when hockey playoffs come on, I always, every time the Lightning score a goal, I give her a treat. And so now she will celebrate with me when the Lightning score a goal.
That's a good plan. Get someone to celebrate with you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, Kyle, when you don't have friends, you got to figure out some way to make it work.
Fair enough. I get it.
Yeah.
Hey, Baker Mayfield's here.
Baker Mayfield says, nobody motivates better than me. Is that true?
I don't know. Maybe I guess so. I guess he's well liked in Cleveland, so there's that.
Is Baker Mayfield well liked in Cleveland, or is there a civil war going on in Cleveland?
I don't know what's going on in Cleveland.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I don't know why you would know. As our Cleveland correspondent, Kyle.
No. I imagine that even if he is well liked, that they're probably going to look for somebody new.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think it could be. They might not.
The Case Keenum era.
Well, I don't know if they'll do. So you think they'll just get rid of Mayfield and then just stick with Case Keenum?
Pause. No, I'm just kidding. They could go for a young upstart quarterback like Colt McCoy.
Yeah, I saw this tweet that I think is true. Greg Rosenthal saying the Bucs are up 2 touchdowns and their Super Bowl odds feel way down. That is kind of true how this game feels.
Yeah, if you're not going to have these guys on the field, it's going to be very tough going forward. Obviously, it might not affect that much this game.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield also said to follow up with the nobody motivates better than me. I motivated myself to lose so many games. Well, hey, if you're gonna do something, do it well. And the Baker Mayfield cost his team games well, so you got to give him credit for that.
Yep.
All right, game is back on. 20 seconds on the play clock here. Man coverage. This might be the time. Throw the ball down the field for Philadelphia. As Jalen Hurts takes the snap, he's going to fake a handoff, and let's see if he does push him down the field. He does, and maybe something there, but good defense by Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I could. Did the corner come off his guy reading the route, or
that's what I was wondering?
Yeah, because it's either that or he threw it in double coverage, which isn't that great either. So sets up a 3rd and long. This is not where you want to be.
Yeah, usually not.
So.
I mean, it's 3rd and 8. You have a chance here. This is, and you want to start pushing the ball down the field. You want to say, okay, let's start throwing the football here. So that's what you want to do. Again, you could throw the ball deep here. That's an option. Looks like Tampa Bay is playing that cover 3 zone. And you see Jalen Hurts is going to try and scramble, and he put his head down immediately on that play. It's going to be a sack, and that's Antoine Winfield with the sack.
Yeah. Pretty good blitz there from the outside, keeping him contained too, which is the big thing. Just looked like the Eagles had no chance on this play. I mean, yeah.
Yes. Zachary Stewart, who I believe is one of the resident Brady haters in the chat, saying, amazing Tom Brady is able to go toe-to-toe with future Hall of Famer Jalen Hurts. Incredible.
Yeah.
And also, Marcus 415, I don't know if it's true or not, but he says, injury update, Jensen is back. Don't know if that's true or you're making it up, but that's hopeful.
Let's see what happens on right after this punt return.
Yeah, Jalen Dardine, not having a great. That's, I guess, the one thing you're doing is good punt coverage, I guess.
Yeah, there you go. You're winning something.
Yeah, look at the little victories.
Yeah. So let's see. I don't see any sign of Jensen yet. We got this progressive ad here on the right that's kind of blocking it.
Yeah.
There he is. All right, so he is back.
Yep, Jensen is back. Hey, that's great news. I mean, he looked like he was in great pain when he went down, so that's good to see. Good to see that he's just all right more than anything. Yeah,
exactly. So just like that shakes it off. So let's see what Tampa can do on drive number 4 for them in this game. This pace definitely doesn't help Philadelphia either. There's been a lot of drives early. I mean, if you're gonna go 3 and out every possession, Tampa's just gonna have the ball the whole game.
Yeah, that's not great. Could have potential for a Mike Evans play here. And it looks like it's going to be that cover. No, they're going to bring a safety down. So might do this. Those 2 Mike Evans wide open here and picks up a good gain. That's on Darius Slay as well. Also, Zachary Stewart says, I don't hate Brady. He gets a B- this season. I just think he is overrated. It kind of sounds like you hate Tom Brady.
Yeah, I think I'd grade him an A.
No, fair enough. Zachary Stewart, we're having some fun. Okay. Jay Moo says, "What's the score?" I'm at the store. 14-0 Tampa Bay. Who checks scores like this? Goes to live streams. A throw to Mike Evans in zone to pick up another 9 yards. I just love that idea of someone who's like, what's the score? Let me check. Put a comment in the chat of this live stream.
Yeah, well, maybe he likes the sound of our voice.
I guess so. Or maybe he was asking the other chat because James in the chat told him. So maybe that's it.
Yeah, fair enough. Tampa's rolling here. They got that's first down number 13-1. The best news about this game so far is nobody's going to talk about the Patriots game after this one.
People still will, Kyle. You're not getting off the hook that easy, I don't think.
Oh, I feel like I'm off the hook already, so it feels good. Although everyone's going to talk about, well, they should have kept Tom Brady after this one. But, why do these Fox graphics have Tom Brady so jacked?
Yeah,
he's never been jacked his entire life. Like all of these
throw to an open Scotty Scooter Miller getting some playing time.
Yeah, I want to go back to the jack quarterback graphics. I don't get it. Like Derek Carr looks like just this swole gym bro. Like none of these guys have ever been like built like this.
I think it's like a superhero style thing.
Is that what they're going for?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess they make them look like tight ends.
Oh yeah. Also, Skip Bayless in the chat saying that's TB12 method. Also, Skip Bayless, I had no idea you were a big fan of our live stream.
Wish I could say the same about his show.
Yeah. Also, Kyle, I believe I have a live recap of what Skip Bayless is doing right now with his guy Tom Brady doing so well. Here, I can show this. Yeah, look at how happy Skip Bayless is.
Did you just have that video all set up?
I think, if I remember correctly, I showed that the one time when Hook Cam took over for you on the podcast. I played that then, and it's still on the board.
All right, well, good for Skip Bayless. All right.
Jackson, your thoughts on Evans' performance? 6 receptions, 61 yards. Evans is playing great. I mean, Evans looks like and you might be right. It might just be a too many mouths to feed. I've heard his statistics because he looks like, he's getting, and not only is he winning, but he's getting open and wide open.
And Tyler Johnson with a big play there. I think that's the one matchup that you said, okay, if we're going to have a chance in this game for Philadelphia, Darius Slay has to win against Mike Evans, and that's not happening right now. He's been beat on those underneath routes, comeback routes multiple times. I mean, it's a really tough matchup for Darius Slay, but at the same time, you kind of have to win that to win this game.
Well, another thing is like, I mean, the players are winning their matchups right now. Like Tyler Johnson's getting open, like, and that's optimistic for Tampa Bay as Brady throws to Mike Evans, who could not make the grab there. Well, there you go. That's good coverage by Slay.
Yeah, that was a good play. Really interesting to have Gronk and Evans on the same side of the field like that. Looked like Evans just couldn't get out of the jam there. Good coverage from Slay, like you said.
Yeah. Zachary Stewart, how dare Evans drop that end zone pass? Horrible player, needs cut immediately. Zachary Stewart having a lot of fun with this the bashing Brady.
He does not like the Buccaneers. We get it, man. No.
All right. So 6 seconds on the play clock, and Brady's going to hand it off, and that's not going to go anywhere. So we're going to have a 3rd and long here. And, I'm kind of in the camp of like, hey, a field goal is not the end of the world here at this point.
Yeah, I mean, if you make it a 3-score game, you're feeling good about that. Had a lot of room up the middle, too. Interesting. All right, so 3rd and goal from the 9. Are you trying to see if you can get Gronk over the middle? Is that the play call?
I don't hate that. I don't hate a fade to Gronk or Evans here. I think that both of those are options. I mean, because it's not like you're too far away, although Gronk's on the inside. And he's going to run over the middle. Maybe that's where Brady's looking, not where he's throwing, takes the sack to avoid any further damage. They'll take a field goal attempt.
Yeah, Philadelphia's defensive line finally wins a battle at the line of scrimmage. So they're going to celebrate by kicking the door in. It looks like they wanted that play, but it was double team on Gronk. So good coverage from Philadelphia reading the deep play.
Yeah, and a good decision by Brady, I think, as well, of not forcing it. The field goal is fine, as we said. So field goal attempt is fine. You can't hate that too much. But maybe a win for Philadelphia and potentially some momentum for your offense.
They need a lot of momentum because they're not moving the ball right now.
So this is essentially an extra point at 34 yards as it's going to be up. And I don't see kick is good. I lost the ball when it went up, but yeah. Okay, listen, definitely would have taken being up 17-0 just past the 20-minute mark of the game.
Yeah, so I'm going to pull up the numbers here real quick at this point. So right now the first downs are 15-1 in favor of Tampa. Currently, the yards per play is 5.4 for Tampa compared to 1.2 for Philadelphia. Philadelphia has 10 total plays right now for 12 total yards, while Tampa Bay has 35 total plays for 190 yards. Philadelphia is also 0 for 3 on 3rd down. Tampa Bay is 2 for 4 on 3rd down. Jalen Hurts, or passing plays, the Eagles, 2 for 4 for 2 yards. The Buccaneers, 18 for 23, 145 yards. Do you want me to keep going, or does that pretty much get the picture of the game?
I mean, you can keep going if you want to. I mean, we're not quite going to Bills Patriots stats from last week, but or from last night, but it's not too far off.
Yeah, I mean, this is total domination right now. Like I said,
total yards 190 to 12 is just absurd.
Yeah, Philadelphia has to find a way to get the top off this defense. This could be. I mean, I called it last drive, but maybe you might have to go trick play here. You might have to find a way to catch the defense by surprise because it just seems like just dropping back and trying to throw the ball isn't going to work.
Yeah, but is that something they practice? That's something that they do. Do they have a trick play dialed up?
I mean, if you don't have one trick play in your playbook, I feel like that's bad coaching.
I'm pretty sure Tampa Bay has no trick plays in their playbook. I'm pretty sure they've never even considered. I think Bruce Arians gets annoyed when people say the word trick play.
Well, that's also why people don't like Bruce Arians as a coach.
Probably. He has his quirks. No denying that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's funny. He might win 2 Super Bowls as a head coach, and it's like he's universally like, yeah, he's not that good.
I mean, he's good. The thing is, like, there's things he's really good about. There's also just things like the game management stuff he's just horrible at.
Game management, analytics, and trick plays. Hates them all.
Yeah.
But take those out of the game, he's elite.
Right. But, great motivator.
Okay.
There's pros and cons to everybody.
I guess so. Yeah, I don't know. So, I mean, it would be interesting if he loses both his coordinators this offseason. I'm pretty surprised there's no Todd Bowles talk right now.
I think that's all some.
I haven't. I mean, from the jobs that are open right now, I mean, it's still early in the process for a lot of these
Mm-hmm.
teams. I haven't seen a whole lot yet, but it's still early in the process. He could obviously go back. He'll probably get a couple interviews. I feel like he'd be a great head coaching candidate. Um,
What about
and
like a Todd Bowles, like with the Raiders?
I like it. I mean, I
Yeah.
like him with a number of teams. I wouldn't mind him with the Giants. I wouldn't mind him with the.
Mhm.
I think there's if a team needs a stable organization head, I don't. I would like Todd Bowles at the top of the organization.
Yeah. Also, a big celebration there by the special teams unit with the baseball bat stuff. I guess yeah. Hey, I mean, hey, they're celebrating. They're having fun.
Yeah, I mean, pin him inside the 20. That's a win for the special teams too.
Hmm.
This is not going well for Philadelphia. You got to get your wide receivers involved as they zoom in on these guys now.
Hmm.
Does the wide receiver name have a target right now?
I don't know. Oh, now there's some
Jalen
injuries.
Rieger, yeah. Jalen Rieger has one target. Then you got Goddard, Scott, and Sanders for the other 3 targets.
Is that good?
No.
Okay.
I would probably. I mean, I don't know. You got to find a way to get Smith or something involved. Maybe go to a screen pass or something.
Yeah.
Just
Get the ball
get
in
him a
his hand.
touch.
Yeah. Give him a jet sweep, something.
Yeah. I mean, what's the point of even having wide receivers if you're not going to give them the ball in the first half?
Yeah. Maybe that's it. Maybe just go to just put 10 offensive linemen in the game. And Jalen
Bring
Hurts run the
Zach.
ball up.
Yeah, bring Zach Ertz in. Oh wait,
Yeah.
no.
Well, yeah, I guess that can work. Do you have yeah, Kyle, did you see last night was the first time ever a team scored a touchdown on every single possession, not counting the end of half possessions?
I did. I chose to ignore it, but thanks for
Uh-huh.
bringing it up.
That's
No, I
probably
mean,
really tough as a Patriots fan, huh?
it
If I were
is.
you, I'd feel really bad right now.
I do feel bad. Thank you. It sucked. It was a rough game. The worst part was reading all of everyone's reactions afterwards.
Yeah, I bet.
There are a lot of quarterback analysts
Uh-huh.
on Twitter after
Hmm.
football games, which is
Yep.
just amazing that all these people like study football that much and
Right.
had these opinions.
Hmm.
You know, there's a lot of, coaching analysts on listen, did I think it was the perfect game plan for New England? Probably not. But it doesn't matter if guys are getting beat to the ball every time. So
Yeah.
definitely don't think this is on Bill Belichick for that. Although Bill Belichick did just construct the roster, so you could say that.
Hmm. Yeah, it was. I don't know. I mean, I felt it was kind of just one of those games too, right? Where just everything goes wrong. Like it reminds you of like when the Bucks lost to the Saints last year. Like that was obviously a good team. They won the Super Bowl. But like sometimes like you just have you're on the wrong day and just everything goes against you.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it kind of felt that way. It just spiraled out of control.
Yeah. Uh, it's interesting stuff. We could be on the verge of 2 blowouts back to back here in the playoffs. Hopefully, we start to get some good games maybe after this one.
Uh, hopefully. We had a good
Hmm.
game to start. Our prediction was that the Raiders Bengals would be the best game of the weekend,
Uh
and that
huh.
came down to the last play, I guess. So
Yeah, I mean that was a good game.
yeah. So
All right, so another injury here. This one Philadelphia. So, they're we're uh guys are getting banged up here.
yeah, definitely not a good. I mean, that's been really the only stoppages of this game. This game's moving pretty good.
Hmm.
Let's see. Philadelphia is gonna run the read option again. They're sticking to their guns, but
Oh,
that's a good play there.
yeah,
69 getting out there. Nice 69 play out there on the out wide.
yeah. Also, the linebacker injury was T.J. Edwards, who's a good linebacker for Philadelphia, so that
Yeah.
hurts.
Yeah, nice pull from the lineman there. Hurts gets outside. That's an easy first down. I mean, you need plays like that. I mean, that doubles your yardage total for the game right there.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I mean, listen, there's things you can do. This game is far from over. I would like to see them. Part of it too is like, okay, you want to start scheming stuff up, but like Tampa Bay, they do different things and they disguise so well. It's hard to just know what's happening. Like this, like okay, it's cover three. No, now it's all of a sudden looks like it's quarters coverage, and now I think it was cover three, but it was just the disguise left and right. It just makes things difficult.
Yeah. Yeah, and wide receivers finally involved in the play there with the screen pass.
Hmm.
I mean, it's good to get the ball in the wide receiver's hand. No gain though on the play.
Uh,
That's not too good a blocking from Devontae Smith there, I
no.
gotta say.
Yeah. To all the draft analysts saying he sucks because he's too skinny are very having a lot of fun with that play.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of poor play design if you're going to run a screen pass with your 150-pound wide receiver out there blocking.
Yeah, I think I agree. Let's see. So Jalen Hurts takes the snap. We're going to run a screen the other way now. And again, not great wide receiver blocking, not great blocking in general. Only a couple of yards here. That does
Yeah.
double their passing totals, though, from 2 to 4.
Uh, yeah. Yeah. So 3rd and 7 now for Philadelphia. They gave him 3 yards, so maybe 5 yards.
Oh,
Look at that. They're rolling. Didn't go Smith's way that time, but yeah, still not great blocking. What do you dial up here? Do you have a 7-yard play in your playbook at this point?
I guess not. I mean, you can uh, do some things here. I think that again, try to maybe get a zone buster of some sort going. Looks like they might have someone to the left. Throws over the middle. There you go. Got a first down to Dallas Goddard there to about the 47.
Yeah. Good play over the middle there from Goddard. Got some space. Let's take a look at this. Looks like
Yeah,
he just kind of found the soft spot, so that's a
yeah,
good play.
yeah. Very good play. So see, there's things you can do. I think that you know just keep don't say, okay, nothing's working. We have to run screen passes and run the ball every play. Like you can still throw the ball down the field. This is Jalen Hurts rushing to the outside and a good block by Dallas Goddard against Jamel Dean, the corner, and they pick up a good 7 yards or so there.
Yeah. And it seems like Tampa Bay is kind of losing containment a little bit. Hurts has been able to get outside a couple times on this drive now. Also good blocking on the outside from Philadelphia on those run plays, so give him credit for that.
Yeah, best drive of the night for Philadelphia, or the day for Philadelphia. Not saying much, but still, as Hurts going to take it himself and throws, and that could have been intercepted. Almost, I think it went right through Levante David's hands right there. That's a big break there, throwing it through probably future Hall of Famers' hands.
Yeah, I'd like to see the quarterback view from that one because it looked like the receiver was wide open, but
Yeah, that was just David just missed it.
yeah, should have had that pick.
And that's two that they could almost had. This one, I mean, you're not going to see Levante David miss those too often. I mean, he's usually very good with those ball skills. Eagles about to have their second play in opponent territory here. And I got to think you're in 4-down territory if you don't get it. But then again, stranger things have happened.
Looks like Tampa's in man coverage.
We got White on a halfback as Hurts is going to go for it all here. And this is nowhere near anything.
That's not going to do it.
4th and 4. I think you got to go for it here.
At this point, yeah, I would think so.
You're in no man's land. Like,
Yeah.
Is 30 yards of field position worth, giving up on a drive? I'd say no.
I would agree, especially at this spot. I mean, field position doesn't mean too much when you're down 3 scores. So it looks like the offense is going to go for it. That's probably the right call. Although maybe
it does kind of make you think a little bit, perhaps. Maybe you could have ran the ball on 3rd down if you knew you were going to go for it on 4th.
Or, yeah, I mean, why take a shot 30 yards down the field if the plan's to go for it on 4th down? Now they're discussing it. Oh, Tampa called a timeout, so we'll see what the discussion is here on this play. Once again, though, it just didn't seem like very good reading of the coverage. I mean, there's 3 guys down there in front of Goddard. I know Goddard's kind of his safety blanket, but, I mean, you got to – I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough. Zachary Stewart said, okay, maybe it's Jalen Hurts deciding to kill some earthworms on that pass there. Was that it? Did Hurts see some earthworms in the grass and decided to kill them instead of throw it to the player?
It's possible. Maybe that was the decision making there.
Probably. Okay, big play here for the Eagles trying to stay in it here. Looks like Tampa Bay is going to man up against Philadelphia once again. Is this a Jalen Hurts run, perhaps? You do see Joe Tryon Soyunka. Not exactly sure how you say that second part of that name. He looks like he's going to spy Hurts. He is. Hurts throws over the middle, and they have the completion to Dallas Goddard on Levante David. Big completion there.
Yeah, good throw and catch. Let's take a look at this. Just got enough separation, it looked like, on that play. Pretty good coverage from David. Just, Goddard made a good play.
Yeah, it's kind of, Goddard uses size a little bit to his advantage there on that one. So, going back to a cover 3 look for Tampa Bay. There's 5:36 on the game clock right here. 10 seconds on the play clock. Jalen Hurts takes the snap. There is blitz coming. Hurts stays out. He's going to rush, run, and throw. And that one was just dropped by Dallas Goedert. And he's feeling bad about himself. I wonder if, I almost wonder if the wind is coming into play with a couple of these drops. Levante David and now Dallas Goedert, two guys who aren't letting ones go through their hands. That happened here.
Yeah. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, throws right on the money. You just got to catch that one.
Zachary Stewart says Tom Brady motivates Goddard to that drop beyond wide open pass. Incredible. Yep, good job by Brady on that one.
Brady just continues to get it done in this game. What else can we say?
Yes. Yeah. Are you a little surprised to see the Buccaneers blitz hurt so much? I feel like you could just drop back, play your coverage.
Well, especially when
here,
they weren't blitzing a lot early in this game too. I wonder if they were just trying to change up looks on him, make him think about it a little bit more. A couple of these blitzes have worked though, hurried him into passes. Obviously, that one should have been caught, but there was one that David should have had the pick on too.
Yeah, we have a super chat by is that Zayqua? How you say it? Zayqa? Thank you for the money.
Thank you for the money. Sorry, you're a Lions fan. That's rough. But 3rd and 11 now. Thank you again.
Hey, Lions and Patriots have won the same amount of playoff games the past 3 years.
I'm not even going to entertain that. So 3rd and long. Let's see what they dial up here.
All right. So Hurts is going to throw just a screen pass to Miles Sanders, and they only gain a yard on the cautious play. So you could try a 55-yard field goal here. Like, what do you do here? Do you go for it again? You certainly don't punt, I don't think. So do you go for a long? It's 4th and 10. What do you do here? This is kind of no man's land.
Yeah, I imagine they're going to try and kick it at this point.
Yeah,
I don't like the screen call there. I got to say, this is not the team you want to run screens with. I know Devon White hasn't been great the last few weeks, but still his athleticism, as long as he reads the play, he's going to get out there and make it. Oh, they're going to go for it.
Leaving the offense on the field. People are going to get mad at this. I don't hate this call, though. I think it's probably too far for a field goal with the wind. I'm not sure if it's going, which way it's going, but all right, quarters coverage for Tampa Bay. They're just playing their coverage. Hurts is going to throw, try to find a soft spot, and he does not. Could have been intercepted. Kind of a dumb play by Ross Cockrell, though, going for the pick. And then he takes his helmet, or that was Carlton Davis, excuse me. Kind of like, just knock it away. Don't worry about the pick.
Yeah.
It's a penalty, though. He took his helmet off on the field of play. It'll be Tampa Bay ball either way. They're mad at him because he took his helmet off.
Yeah.
Todd Bowles is yelling at Davis. And that's just not a smart play by Carlton Davis.
Yeah, you got amazing field position there.
Mm-hmm.
What is he even mad at?
Yeah, I don't know what you could complain about.
Unsportsmanlike. Yeah, that was obvious. What did he thought he caught the ball? Why does he care about the catch? You have better field position without it.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if he was just celebrating or what, but Todd Bowles not thrilled with Carlton Davis.
Yeah. Made a good play on the ball. Good coverage.
Sure.
Everything else about it was pretty dumb. But Tampa Bay gets the ball. That's the end result.
Yeah. I think this comment really does I think it was just really hype. I think that's what happened. It's just sometimes you get in a moment and you just you don't even realize where you are, and you just took his helmet off in celebration, not thinking.
Yeah. Definitely seemed that way. So but gonna move Tampa back a little bit, but they're still in pretty decent field position, I think. Chance to go up 24-0 before the halftime break.
Yeah. Also, Zachary Stewart now saying taunting on Davis. He and this awful D needs to be cut immediately. Taunting penalty. How dare they make Brady look bad? I think what I really like about Zachary Stewart's jokes is how different they all are. The range that he goes through all of these.
He's definitely sticking to it, though.
Yeah. It's kind of, to me, I think it's one of the things like, okay, 1 time funny, 5 times not funny, 100 times funny again. I think he's back onto funny again part.
Yeah. Now it's back to hilarious.
It's one of those things. The more you do it, it's just, every now and then it goes back. It's like a chart where it starts off high, goes really low, but then gets high again. Yeah.
Is John Cena a superhero now? Is that what I saw?
Maybe. I think so. I wasn't paying that much attention.
Oh.
Hey, Kyle, I didn't really see it.
John Cena.
Thank you. I'll be here. Thank you. We're going to end the show now. I think that's a good ending point. I think my YouTube career ends with that one.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Interesting stuff. So Tampa, this is just, you're putting your foot down on their throats at this point, right? You can go for the kill right here.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the field position ended up not really helping you that much because of the penalties. They kind of just, wasted that, which again, that's, part of why, like, hey, definitely don't punt there. Yeah, interesting. I looked at the statistics and it said for the analytics, and for both of them, they were at a toss up to go for it or, the first one, go for it or kick the field goal. Both were considered toss ups. They ended up, going for both of them. And I guess kind of makes sense too. You're down 17.
Yeah. Completely agree. So yeah, I mean, but the big thing is now you got to find a way to get a stop. I mean, you have one stop in this game basically at the hands of Tyler Johnson just dropping the ball. That's the only way you've gotten a stop in this entire game.
Well, they held him to a field goal.
Yeah, I mean, that's the win too. But they were also kind of getting torched on that drive up until that point.
Sure. I mean, yeah, I'm not sure if you call that a great drive, maybe a good ending to the drive. But yeah, I mean, Tampa Bay's just a lot of stuff's going really well. And also Tristan Wirfs is back in the game as well. So that's the best news we've had all game.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, good stuff there for Tampa. Not a good run to start the drive, but
that's okay.
That's okay. Kill some
I think they'll be all right.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, 17-0. This is not the, this game doesn't feel like maybe it's just because the last game we watched was like the biggest blowout in NFL history. So like it doesn't feel like it's that out of reach for Philadelphia. They need another stop here, but you did at least start to get something going offensively. So you have opportunities to, get things going, but kind of, I picked this game to be 23-20. I felt like the way that you're going to win this football game is probably not by giving up 30 points. Would have already given up 17 before halftime. Although, quick pass here. 3rd down and about 7 need to get this stop here for Philadelphia. This feels huge.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like you're coming back down 24-0. And right now with the state of the offense, I don't know if you're coming back down 17-0, but it definitely makes it more more believable. Let's see if the defense can come up with a play and get some motivation though.
Yeah. Okay. So 2:43 on the game clock, 10 seconds on the play clock. Looks like it could be man again. I wonder if you look for Mike Evans here, maybe even Perriman on the outside. Brady is going to have no time, gets sacked, and a big play from Philadelphia there.
Yeah. Yeah. Really good rush up the middle there.
Now Wirfs is slow to get up.
You probably should take him out now.
Yeah, I mean, that's inexcusable. I'm not a doctor, right? I don't know why but if he's not healthy and he's getting thrown back into the game, that makes 0 sense.
Yeah, I saw something. I was looking at Twitter and it said it was a high ankle sprain. That's not a good look.
No, I mean, again, I'm not a doctor. Maybe this is just a coincidence that these two things happen together, but doesn't seem. Again, I always think about that Kevin Durant injury, right? Where because you have an injury on one foot, then the second foot ends up getting hurt. That stuff can happen. You put too much weight on the other foot, and then that ends up getting hurt. So that's scary. I don't want to, this game. I know it's a playoff game. I'd rather keep him out a week if he's not ready. Also have a super chat. Does suck, but at least things are looking up with Holmes in DC. I've said it before, but it looks different this time. Love your film breakdown. So thank you for that. And yeah, this talking about this is the Lions fan, which Kyle said. Sorry about being a Lions fan.
Yeah, reason for optimism. Dan Campbell's the man. This is established.
Oh, look at this
punt.
Nice little punt and good coverage as well. So nicely done there. Also, Kyle, did you see when it comes to 4th down decisions, Dan Campbell was the best in football according to analytics?
Well, we already knew he was the best at everything, but this just backs it up even further.
Yeah. So Dan Campbell hype is all the way back, right?
I mean, you got to believe in him now, right? He's your guy.
I mean, my take on Dan Campbell has consistently been, I don't know how good of a coach he is, and we need to see him with more talent around him to truly evaluate his coaching ability.
That's fair. Yeah, I think I agree.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was concerning about the Jalen Hurts thing and that entire drive. Here we go. Tampa Bay appears to be playing, but they potentially playing man. No, I think they're chopping back in the zone. As Hurts going to just throw a screen, and they have blockers in front. Big screen there, and stays on his feet. Dallas Goedert running, still going. There is a flag down as he gets around the 30-yard line.
Yeah, let's see
we'll
what
wait
this
to flag.
flags does. Not a good sign, but holding. All right. Where's the spot of the holding? Is it upfield or is it in the backfield?
Yeah, we'll see when the actual hold was. Looked like it was a bit upfield. Yeah, that is a hold. I mean, kind of a weird hold where, I kind of get how it happened. It's not like an egregious one, but that's tough.
Yeah. I mean, that was the biggest play of the game for you right there. So having that negated definitely hurts.
I mean, it didn't even look like it was intentional. It looked like Kelsey was just trying to block, but then just kind of, his when Whitehead sort of moved to try to get around him, it kind of just ended up with his hand in a holding position, and its momentum kind of took Whitehead over. So I get why it's called. It was a hold that drug a defensive back to the ground, but at the same time, like, it clearly wasn't intentional.
Yeah. I mean, that just seems like a tough break because, like, I feel like if his hands are just a little bit lower, it's not getting called.
Right. Or if Whitehead doesn't like try to juke him out that way, it's probably not a hold.
But looked like it brought the ball back to the original line of scrimmage. So they'll have first. We're just going to run it back.
Yeah, basically that play didn't happen.
Yeah. So.
All right, Kyle. So how are you feeling? If you're an Eagles fan, how are you feeling right now? Are you doing the hey, it was a great season or not yet? I think not yet. I think there's still hope.
Not yet. You can't do it yet. Your defense finally got to stop. You got some momentum there. Your offense has to continue. I mean, you had the play there all set up. You had a nice rollout. You had blockers in front. I mean, you kind of need plays like that. You need chunk plays in this game because it's very clear you're just not going to line up, run the ball, and get consistent yards in this game. Miles Sanders is struggling so far in this game. You got to find a way to get some chunk plays to open up holes.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think that's the issue is like they've had some stuff work. This hasn't been an abysmal day. Although as I say that, you look at the I'm looking at the EPA stuff. I mean, minus 0.33 EPA per play on the day for Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts has a minus 5.1 EPA in this game currently, and a completion percentage over expected of negative 14.3. So stuff, but again, to me, that Jalen Hurts is going to get the criticism for it, but it's kind of more on the receivers, I think, than anything.
I think Hurts has struggled at points. The throw to he had the one that should have been picked by David.
Sure.
The one that Davis could have had two on the outside. That was the fourth down stop.
Mm-hmm.
But he also had like the Goddard drop that added to it. And he's had a couple plays where his receivers aren't really giving him much of a chance. And he's kind of just had to throw to Goddard because he doesn't have anything else working. So I think it's just a bad offensive day so far.
Yeah. Currently, the win percentage for Philadelphia is at 4.2%.
It's not very high.
No, not very high. That's your expert. It had at a certain point been as low as 3.5. So you got up a little.
It's a little better. Yeah, I don't know.
Nothing to add. Okay, we don't.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, no, not spectacular. Also, EPA per play when targeting Jalen Reagor is minus 1.27.
Oh, is it?
It's 2 targets, but
yeah, that's not great. Let's see what they go with here. Is that Smith in the slot?
Yeah, Hurts takes a snap. Going to just throw a quick pass to Smith, who was not in the slot, who picks up.
Oh my gosh, what are you doing?
What was this? I missed this.
Did they throw another flag on this?
Yeah, flag down.
Was that in the backfield again? Oh man.
Zachary Stewart says, "Don't know what's so hard. My Washington football team beat Tampa easy." So maybe that's it. Zachary Stewart just saw Brady not play well against Washington and was like, "Why are other teams struggling?"
Pass interference.
Offensive pass interference. Oh, this is probably an early block, is what I would assume.
Yeah. Wow. So that is not what you want. That is not. Let's take a look at this. I mean, yeah, that's the call, but
I don't know. I feel like the ball wasn't close enough, though. Like, that's my thing. Is like, I don't know. I think that's a tough call. I feel like they almost never call those. I don't like that call. Yeah. By the book, is it pass interference? Yeah, probably, but I don't like it.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with that. I'd be a little annoyed with that one if I'm Philadelphia.
Mhm.
1st and 20, that's a really tough spot for this offense.
Yeah, right. They've struggled a lot. I mean, when it looked like they were going to be at Tampa Bay's 30, now at their own 30, throwing down the field, and this one is tipped up. Small window there. And that seems to be what Philadelphia's game plan is at this point. Try to see if you can fit through some small windows. Weren't able to do it there.
Yeah, I mean, he's targeted Goddard downfield. That's his only targets
Mhm.
downfield right now.
Well, one thing
Tampa Bay's
Tampa Bay's doing a
reading it.
really good job of is on the zone coverage. Their corners are coming in very well, and I almost wonder if this is a Richard Sherman playing with that because obviously Sherman's maybe the greatest of all time at that kind of stuff. Uh, maybe just having him in the locker room or having him in practice field has kind of helped them do that because they look a lot better than they have in years past at that.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. That's a good point. Looks like a
All right.
deep coverage here for Tampa.
You
So they're
just,
gonna
yeah, I was
run
going to
it.
say, you might just hand it. That's not a bad play call by Philadelphia. Try to make it a possible third down. It's a late hit at the end there. But I guess it was still while he was in bounds.
Oh, ref
Oh,
goes
the
down.
ref goes down. Oh, I love a good ref fall.
Oh man. Although you gotta say, like, wouldn't you want to stay in bounds at this point? Like, do you want to give the
Not a
ball
bad
back to
point.
Tampa?
Not a bad point. Yeah, kill 40 seconds. Out.
I mean,
I
you're
mean,
still
yeah.
in pretty good field position that you could set yourself up for a scoring drive. Ooh, that was pretty close to a late hit.
Yeah. I mean, he was still. I mean, here's my thing though: is if that the Joe Burrow throw thing happens when he's still in bounds. Like if you're not out of bounds, you're not out of bounds. That's kind of always been my thought about that stuff.
Yeah,
All right,
pretty
so
good
Hertz is
rush here
gonna
from Tampa,
throws
but he's
downfield to a
open.
wide open. I believe that was Quez Watkins. Yep, Quez Watkins. We're
Yeah.
wondering if he was going to come into play. Gets a big chunk play there. Huge play for Philadelphia.
I mean, that's the first time receivers got like decent separation, and he put
Hmm.
the throw on the money. That's a good play. You needed that.
Yeah, not even horrible coverage by Whitehead. I mean, he's a safety there, so it's not like he's on one. Gets turned around a little bit, but that was a good route, so I understand it. Just a good job by Watkins, who now, there you have some rhythm here for Jalen Hurts, who's able to find Devonta Smith, and the Eagles are not dead yet.
Not dead yet. That's a good. That's a good catch there for Smith. Um, Good job of getting your receivers involved in this drive. I think that's important.
Hmm.
So 2nd and 4. Tampa Bay staying in pretty soft coverage. They're bringing a little blitz here, though.
Yeah, blitz Devon White off the edge, causes Hurts to run around, throws
Ooh,
downfield, and that is intercepted at the goal line. Intercepted. That's Mike Edwards, the guy who was suspended earlier this season with the Antonio Brown fake vaccine card. Gets the interception here, jumps into the crowd, does a little bit of Lambeau leap. Tampa Bay with a bit of a dagger at the end of the half.
yeah. I mean, this ball's got to be put in the sideline, right?
I mean, this ball's got to not be put where it was. Let's see this. I want to see the replay here where, I mean, oh my God, the
Oh,
corner fell and Mike Edwards just got there. Jamel Dean, the corner, fell down. Smith was wide open, but Hurts was scrambling, couldn't get there in time. When he finally throws it there, Edwards just beats him to the spot and gets the interception. And Smith does maybe have to fight for it a little bit. I kind of get why he didn't, but I just think
it's
that
also
that's
tough to like stop your momentum and come back to that like that and try and fight
yeah.
for it.
I mean, that's a
Um,
bit of it is going to be that Jalen Hurts doesn't have a cannon of an arm like that. That comes into play, and also he just couldn't get there in time.
Yeah, I mean, that's also part of the thing of why you're blitz. The pass rush is able to, it takes a half second longer to load up and throw that ball downfield. That's probably the difference between a pick and a touchdown there.
Yeah, I mean that's here's Bernard who's going to run, and I hate this stuff too. We already threw a pick six doing like 40 seconds left. Either run out the clock or don't, but don't do this weird half running out the clock, half not running out the clock stuff. Either run out the clock or go for it. Don't do 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Now you take a timeout. I think this is stupid.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well just throw the ball if you want to play aggressive. I don't. Maybe they
Uh,
were trying to catch him by surprise. They saw a coverage. They saw a coverage look they thought they could run on, but I don't know. Seems like it would have just made more sense to try and throw the ball downfield.
Yeah, notice when something big happens, the numbers go up. We gained like 20 people in the stream. I think people just like, okay, interception. Let's go see their reaction.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess here's the thing. If you feel like you're late on the throw, you probably shouldn't throw the ball. But at the same
Mhm.
time, I mean, he made the right read. The corner fell. It just took
Yeah,
a half second longer with that blitz, and that's how Edwards was able to get there and make the pick.
yeah, and good play by Edwards too. I mean, we always okay.
Yeah.
Here's going to be a check down to Gronkowski, who doesn't get out of bounds. They
No,
gave
they
they gave him
don't.
out of bounds. I thought he didn't get out. I thought his forward progress was stopped before he went out, which would mean that you don't stop the clock.
Yeah. Um, it was close. So what is it? 3rd and 2, 30 seconds left. You still with this win though, you probably need about what 50 yards to get in field goal range?
Yeah, something like that. I mean, uh, well, because you have, I mean, I think you could try a 50-yarder. I don't know exactly how strong it is. I don't know exactly where it's going. So, let's see. Brady's going to just take a sack here, and let's see if Philadelphia probably should call a timeout, right, just in case. See what happens.
Yeah. I guess that's the one thing for Philadelphia could say is your defensive line starting to get some wins here.
Yeah.
Obviously, a bit of a beat up Tampa Bay offensive line is helping, but uh,
Yeah. Fletcher Cox one-on-one against Alex Kappa. That certainly helped.
yeah.
He did
So
a great job there.
at least getting some wins though. That's definitely gonna add a little bit to the the defensive pressure. So let's see if maybe the defense now has a little bit momentum that they can slow this thing down.
Yeah. Also should mention that was, Tristan Wirfs not in the game. Again, he's back on the sideline. He is on the
Yeah.
sideline, so he's not in the tent, he's not in the locker room, but uh it might be one of those things where I know sometimes there's injuries where like you're not at risk of re-aggravating it, but it's going to be painful, and maybe he just can't play through the pain. That's again, this is total speculation. I'm saying that's what it is, but that's one of the things, the possibilities here.
Yeah.
Mm.
Um, yeah, I mean, we really just don't know. Ooh, punt returner is making that look interesting.
Oh, well, just let it go. I mean, you'll kill the clock doing that. So yeah, there you go. 15 seconds. At this point, Philadelphia's probably going to run out the clock, right?
Yeah, take a knee, go to the halftime. I will say, so talking about that defense one more time. So we talked about after that field goal drive early in the second quarter, 9:20 left. The Buccaneers had 190 yards of offense. It was like 190 yards to like 12. Uh, since then, the Buccaneers have had -6 yards of offense.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, Eagles defense has played well these past few drives.
Yeah, getting some wins. Your offense even looks a little better. Has closed the gap a little bit, but
Hmm.
you spotted them a 17-0 lead. So
Yeah, that interception definitely hurts now. I mean, you think about if Hurts was able to get the ball there quicker, that could be a touchdown. 17-7 just feels way different.
yeah, I completely agree.
Okay, so they are
Um,
going for it here, trying to get something going, and a big hit there gains nothing. So I'm assuming they'll let the play run out now. A little surprised by
yeah.
that, right? Surprised they didn't just knee it.
Yeah, I guess you try and see if maybe he can break a tackle and make a big play out of it, but like I don't
Hmm.
know what a check down pass is going to do for you.
Yeah, interesting. All right, so halftime. So are we going to do what we did last time of take a 10-minute break and then come back?
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a break. I'm gonna fill up on some more booze, and then we're good to go.
You drinking?
Yeah, I got some wine here.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I decided to not go with the day drinking, given that I have to cover the next two games also.
That's probably a better decision than what I made. But
All right. Well, okay, I'll let you go. I'll write the banner and then I'll be heading out too. We'll be back when the third quarter resumes. We'll be back. So
all right,
see you in a bit.
but
All right. Now it's just me again. We can say whatever we want about Kyle. He can't hear us. Who knows what's going to happen? Let's see. Just right. We'll be back. Back after halftime. We'll be back after halftime. Also, everyone in the chat, be nice. Everyone be cool because, as we all know, we're gonna be gone for a minute. I want you to behave yourself. All right. I feel like I'm a parent leaving their kids to have the house to themselves a bit, but don't want to ban anybody when we get back. So everyone be all right. Yes. See you guys at after halftime as soon as the game resumes. Should be about I'll say let's shoot for around 12:50. That's when you should be or not 12:50. 2:50 on the East Coast. 12:50 for some of you, for all you mountain timers out there. I guess it'll be 12:50. But yeah, 2:50 on the East Coast. See you in a bit. All right, we're back, and we have a cat. This is Simba. Everyone say hello to the greatest cat. He seems to be not having a good time on my lap. That seems to be what's happening. Simba, you want to get down? Okay, maybe let Simba down. But if I promise Cat, I will show Cat that this is Cat. All right, well now we will. Okay, done with Cat. So hello, welcome back. Did everyone have a good halftime? Hope so. Just me right now. Kyle will be back before too long. Man, feel bad for everyone who didn't tune in already and missed the cat. That's disappointing. Yeah. So good first half. I mean, can't argue with up 17-0. But I would say I would probably say like this is far from over. I think there's stuff Philadelphia can do. I am not counting the Eagles out. I think that there is their defense started playing a lot better in the in sort of after those first couple of drives, and I kind of wonder if it was more so of basically just what Tampa Bay did. They're making things difficult, but Tampa Bay was able to answer the bell. Can't do that all game, so that worked out well. On the flip side, for Philadelphia, like in Philadelphia's offense, they're starting to get stuff going. You just can't turn the ball over there. That was a tough interception. Kind of can't afford to make any more mistakes here if you're Philadelphia. So here we go. Kyle's still not back yet, but I'll call the game and get things started. If there's no Kyle, we'll wait until Kyle, I'm sure is doing something. Oh, the ball fell over on the tee again. So I'll try to let you guys know where we're at right when it happens. I'll let you know right when the kickoff happens, so you can kind of know where we're at and everything like that. So ball is on the tee. It's a good start. All right. So Pinion puts his hand up. He's going to kick it right now, and we are underway here in the second half. The ball is going to go out of the back of the end zone, and with 15 minutes left in the third quarter, also known as the entire third quarter is still left to be played, Tampa Bay leads 17. Yeah, so interesting stuff. Also, just so everyone knows, Simba has elected to go back to the sleeping bag. Cats sleep all day. It's weird. I just recently got this cat. It's my girlfriend's cat. She moved in, and we finally were able to get the cat from her parents down here. So now we have the cat. And the cats for the most part just kind of sleep. They're nocturnal. I didn't realize, why do we have nocturnal pets? I don't fully understand it. They're fun though. Okay, so 8 seconds on the play clock here. Jalen Hurts is going to take the snap. He's going to fake it. He does hand it off, fakes a pass to Miles Sanders, who picks up 2 yards. Yes, Aaron Andrews is on the screen. Not sure what she's talking about. Okay, we have Kyle back. Kyle, are you back? Is your headphones? Maybe his headphones aren't ready yet, but he's live. Hopefully he realizes this. Hopefully Kyle's aware. Yeah, okay. Kyle realizes he's live.
My apologies. I don't know what happened. I didn't realize the game was back already. All right, so we're back. I missed one play.
Okay. Yeah, missed the kickoff in one play. So you're all right here. The second play, 14:22 on the game clock here as Jalen Hurts is going to take the snap. He's going to fake a handoff, going to step up in the pocket, has room to run, and is going to actually pick up a first down on this play, although there is a flag down.
Yeah, I wonder, let's see if this is in the backfield. Yes.
Kyle, you missed me showing Simba on stream.
All right, I saw Simba the first time. Was he on again?
Yeah, well, I picked him up and had him. You have to go back and rewatch and see all of Simba. Okay, holding on Vita Vea. Not holding as in they held Vita Vea.
Yeah, Kelsey again with a holding call.
Yeah, I mean Kelsey basically just got. I mean that's a tough matchup, and Kelsey's obviously a great center, but he is known for being undersized. So going up 1-on-1 against one of the biggest guys in the world is going to be tough.
Yeah, not his best game so far. 2nd and 18. This is a good screen setup here, though. That's going to set up a manageable third down.
All right, I think you might be a little bit ahead of me somehow.
Are you? I'm at 13:39.
Yeah, you're 2 seconds ahead of me. So You could pause for 2 seconds.
Let me see here.
All right, Kyle is leaving to pause for 2 seconds because it's easier to do it this way than for me to. We try to go back the other way. So, all right, so we're good.
All right, I paused.
Okay, cool.
So, big third down here. You got to find a way to get the ball downfield.
All right. 13-14 on the game clock here. Looks like Tampa Bay's in a cover 2 look on a 3rd down and 8. Jalen Hurts is going to take the snap. Does he have anything open over the middle? Doesn't look like it, so he's going to scramble out, see if he can bide some time. Here comes pressure, throws downfield, and gets the catch to Dallas Goedert, who was not touched. The bad play by Carlton Davis, who he was not touched at all, picks up another few yards.
Yeah, and really nice play from Hurts. Took a big hit, it looked like, in the backfield here. Able to get the ball downfield. Yeah, White's coming for him.
Yeah.
That's a good throw.
I mean, it was because White wasn't blitzing, but he was dropped in coverage and eventually saw, hey, out of the pocket, let me go see if I can, force the issue here. But you can't cover for that long. You can't cover for 10 seconds.
Yep.
Going back to his another zone coverage look, Jalen Hurts throwing deep over the middle, and that should have been intercepted by Carlton Davis. Almost ended up being caught by Quez Watkins. Davis took a bad read on it. Davis having kind of a weird game so far. I mean, he's making good plays, but it seems like he's just missing great plays.
Yeah. No, I agree. This is, I think this is actually a good play from Watkins. Let's look at this again. He's able to kind of get his hand up there and knock it out of Davis.
Was he?
Davis. I mean, he hit his arm at least because he hits him there. I mean, it still was kind of dropped before he even hit him.
No, I mean, Davis dropped it. I mean, he hit his arm after Davis dropped it. That was just a drop.
Yeah. So.
And Watkins was open, too. It was a high throw by Hurts.
Yeah.
So not great football there by a couple different guys.
Yeah. So.
All right, well, Hurts takes the snap. Again, you have Goddard open. He's going to throw it over to Goddard. No catch there, 3rd down and 10.
Sailed a couple balls here. I mean, so they've been doing this kind of shading over the top with Goddard basically the entire game, especially on these intermediate routes. He's got open a couple times, but he's got to be able to find a way to go to somebody else when they're putting 2 guys on him like this.
Yeah, maybe that Philadelphia is in 4-down territory here on 3rd and 10, given what we saw them do earlier. 16 seconds on the play clock, 12-18 on the game clock, 3rd down and 10. Tampa Bay with a 2 safety deep look, and we'll see what Philadelphia tries to do here. Again, could be they've got some communication going on the top of the screen.
Barely gets the play off.
Hurts is going to look, has time, throws over the middle again, and this one is knocked away. Going for Devonta Smith. I believe that was Andrew Adams, 26. Making the play and getting the stop on 4th down and 10. Philadelphia will punt.
Yeah, you got to think if you got like 5 or 6 yards there, you could go for it on 4th down. But 4th and 10 might be tough given the way you've been throwing the ball.
Right, and that should have been intercepted. That was another drop.
Hurts could have had 4 or 5 picks in this game already, right?
I mean, there's 3 that are just straight up drops, let alone another one that could have been caught. Like, I mean, there's the Levante David, and then 2 on that drive.
Well, and then Carlton Davis had the other one that, I mean, it was a good thing he dropped it for field position's sake, but that could have been another pick. So he could have easily hit. That's 4 drops along with an interception.
I mean, how many turnover-worthy plays does Hurts have in this one? A good amount.
Yeah. I can't imagine his PFF grade looking too good after this game.
Probably not. I would assume probably not. I mean, this is a tough one. And I mean, for Philadelphia, their defense is keeping them in it. Like 17 points, okay, it's maybe a bit high for a half, but it's not like crazy high. It is keeping them in it. They got to get stuff going on offense. And I guess first way to do that is get a stop. And for Tampa Bay, getting points on the board here feels like it would go a long way.
Yeah, I completely agree. The defensive line for Philadelphia is getting some wins here, so you have some motivation behind that. See if they can continue that. But if they're not winning on the defensive line, it just seems like their defense isn't going to win.
Yeah, I agree. And should be an interesting drive here. And I wonder if there's any adjustments Tampa Bay makes. Do they, kind of go back to the screen pass game a little bit? The running game wasn't working too well later on in that one. Maybe throw a screen pass or 2, get things going that way.
I think that's a pretty good idea. They could do that play action Gronk screen setup.
That's true. I was thinking more of a wide receiver screen, but you could do something like that as well.
Yeah. But any way to try and get the defensive line to think about it a little bit more.
Lobello says, let me guess they run it on 1st down. That's also a very real possibility, Kyle.
I mean, they've certainly proven that they're willing to establish the run no matter what. So this Byron Leftwich stuff's pretty interesting. There's a lot of people in Tampa who are kind of like, okay, if he leaves, he leaves.
Yeah.
Nobody would seem upset if he's gone. That's a red flag, right? I mean, that was kind of my point with Matt Patricia when he got hired by Detroit. Like, nobody in New England was really upset he was leaving. Feels kind
Yeah.
of the same right now.
Yeah, feels like he could do better than Byron Leftwich. And again, maybe I don't know how he's doing in these interviews. Maybe he's just crushing it there, and that's why he keeps getting this attention. But it does feel a bit like Adam Gase getting the job, getting multiple head coaching jobs, right? Of like being with a star quarterback kind of gives you more attention. Also, so you see some yelling with the Devonta Smith and Jalen Reagor on the sideline. So not sure what's going on there, but good. I think that's good. Because you want them communicating, you want them talking, you want them still trying to get stuff going. I think that's good.
Yeah. You got to figure something out. So let's see. Tampa Bay's got, it looks like 3 tight ends are on the field for the first play, and they're going to run it.
There's Keyshawn Vaughn with a decent run. And again, having those extra tight ends makes it easier to run the football.
Yeah. Especially, you got one split out there against the corner. That's going to be a win for you every time. Pretty nice play design there. Even if you don't like running on first down, that's a good result.
Yeah, I think so as well. So it's interesting. It's been a very fascinating game here with 11:40 left on the game clock as Philadelphia going back to a single safety deep look. Does Tampa Bay try to throw something deep on good defensive play for Philadelphia and setting up a third down. So run on 2nd and 3, do not get much. That you lose yards. And now Philadelphia, another opportunity here to give their offense a chance. Philadelphia's defense is playing well.
Yeah, making some plays here. You feel good about that. Just a nice play there from the defensive lineman to break that play up, kind of slow it down. So how do you feel about the play calling from Tampa? 2 straight runs there.
I don't like it. It's what I've always said. Yeah, good running game helps, but a bad running game doesn't. Like, I'd rather have 3 shots to get a first down when they know a pass is coming than get 1 shot on a 3rd and 5. Like that's kind of how I feel. They have a 3rd and 5 seconds on the play clock. Brady takes the snap. Brady's going to throw it. Just over player over the middle and almost got a completion. But another stop for Philadelphia, whose defense continues to get stops. I believe that's 3 or 4 straight stops from Philadelphia after the red hot start. Perriman was a little bit open. It was a good throw by Brady, but there's just not enough separation for Perriman to make the catch. Looked like there was some contact.
Maybe a little early, but at the same time,
I don't think it was early. I think that was just good defense.
Yeah, it was good stuff. So forcing the punt.
That was Steven Nelson with the coverage there for Philadelphia.
Listen, defense is definitely not losing this game for you. You're giving your offense some opportunities. The offense has to find a way to take advantage of one.
Did they fake the punt here? No, okay, they punted deep. Scotty Miller with
boy.
He fumbled the football. Who has it? Let's go. I believe that's Tampa baseball. Come on, give me the ball. Who has it? What's the call, Mr. Ref? Tampa Bay says they have it. No call yet. Unless it's been announced.
Looks like Tampa's got it.
Yeah, it's got to be Tampa baseball. They never single Tampa baseball. Tampa Bay football. Jalen Reagor. Tough break there.
Good thing they drafted him, right?
Yeah, I believe you got to call it a fair catch, right? I mean, that's obvious. Like, you see Scotty Miller. We could tell Scotty Miller got past his block, which allowed him to get completely free. And not great. Yeah.
No, it is not. That's definitely not what you wanted after your defense has been playing so well. You're going to give them great field position. I mean, so here's the question I have after this. Is Reagor on this team next season?
I would assume so, right? I mean, he's still on his rookie contract.
Yeah, but I mean, he didn't get even 300 yards this year. So far in this game, he has 2 targets for 0 catches and a fumble on a punt.
Yeah.
I guess you could say maybe, you stick with it till the end. He's on a cheap deal, or you could say you cut your losses and move on. It's interesting.
Yeah, someone might trade for him just because of the there is still like the potential of hey, something could happen. You wouldn't get any money from trading him, but maybe you could get, if you get a 5th round pick for him or something. Maybe a team will try to do it if they liked him out of college and maybe think he's getting used wrong. That could be an option.
Yeah, it's certainly possible. But definitely a tough break. That's not what you want there. Tampa Bay is in good field position now. Let's see if this defense can do it again.
Well, and you cost yourself a possession. I mean, that's the most important thing is, and your offense is struggling. You're actually going to get pretty good field position there.
Hmm.
You fumbled a football, and that's just it's just a bad mistake. And these are the kind of things that for Philadelphia, you have a chance to win this game, but you can't make the mistakes. And this is now two mistakes that are could result in points. So Philadelphia, like this game has gone. Their defense has played what you want them to do. This is how you were hoping would happen. Like, okay, Tampa Bay got some drives going, but you were able to, for the most part, hold Tom Brady. The issue is that you can't make these mistakes. You can't turn the ball over in the end zone, and you can't turn the ball over on special teams.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I agree. So, man, it looked like they finally had something going, and it just seems like even when they have big offensive plays, they're getting called back because there's holding calls. There's, mistakes on the offensive side of the ball. They just can't string it together right now.
Yeah, I think so. It's again, maybe the defense has to come up with the play. Maybe you have to get a turnover, but again, that's just tough to do against Tampa Bay. Like Tom Brady doesn't really turn the ball over. I know he has 14 interceptions this year, but that's been largely fluky. It's not usually because of him making mistakes. But then again, maybe there still are turnovers. Maybe someone else will make the mistake. Here we go, though. What's Philadelphia going to do? Looks like Tampa Bay is looking like they're going to run the football. They run a play action instead. Throw a screen pass to that's Giovanni Bernard, who has a big gain inside field goal range to about the 25-yard line for Tampa Bay.
There's that screen we were calling last drive. Dialed it up perfectly. Defensive line was completely suckered on it. It's pretty well executed too.
Yeah, exactly. Well done by Tampa Bay. Well blocked. All that good stuff. And yeah, so I mean, and this is why that fumble hurts you so much.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just hard to stop a team like this 4 or 5 times in a row, They're eventually going to get one.
Exactly. 9:53 on the game clock, 5 seconds on the play clock. Tom Brady in a heavy set here with looks like an extra offensive lineman's in the game as well as 2 tight ends, and Brady takes a timeout.
Yeah. Couldn't get his guys lined up there. No harm, no foul on that timeout, though. So I'm going to look at Jalen Reagor's play again here. Yeah, I mean, this has to be a fair catch.
Yeah. I don't think he ever saw Scotty Miller.
It's possible, but
because Scotty Miller got a clean release and no blocking whatsoever there, and we know he has wheels. So
it didn't
Scotty
seem
Miller
like he even tracked the ball that well. He was way off.
Right. What was he doing there?
I think he was trying to prevent like a flag for like fighting or something. I don't know.
Going up and bonking your players on the head. That's classic Bruce Arians stuff.
Did Tom Brady motivate him to do that too?
Yeah, exactly. All right. Think of run to the left here is coming. Oh, run to the right. Look at them being fancy. Weak side run gains 2 yards.
Yeah, that's what you want on first down. Still in good field position though. Let's see what they dial up here. Gronk's been pretty quiet lately. I feel like he's going to get involved here soon.
Yeah, that's true. We haven't seen a lot from Gronkowski. We haven't seen I mean, look at the wind there. Also, but palm fronds are notorious for I feel like they pick up wind very well.
Yeah, they're super light. So I will say, talking about this Philadelphia defense, we're giving a lot of credit to the defensive line, but it looks like the coverage is a lot tighter these last few drives too. That's one of the things where they were super soft on that one drive that went down for a field goal. It seems like since then they've been able to kind of tighten things up. They're playing a lot closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I agree. I think, a big part of it looks like they're getting away from that man coverage too, where it seemed like they've kind of struggled a little bit, getting back into their zone and saying, hey, listen, there's going to be some tight windows, but we trust that we can at least force you to have to hit those a lot. You're not going to hit them every time. There's 8:37 on the game clock here, 3rd down and 3 for Tampa Bay, and do wonder what you do here. My guess would be probably a quick pass. I don't think you're going to run the football here. Maybe go Mike Evans to the end zone here, or even Cameron Brate to the end zone here.
He's looking down there. Evans is open. I mean, that's too easy.
Throw it to Mike Evans, not in the end zone, but inside the 5 to about the 2 or 3 yard line. Another big play from Mike Evans. Mike Evans hasn't had a ton of huge plays, but he's had a lot of big ones so far in this game, and he's made a big difference. Again, man coverage, and he just, no one can cover Mike one-on-one right now. That's just the situation.
Yeah, I mean that Mike the situation, literally. Yeah, I mean, that coverage had no chance off the line of scrimmage. He didn't put any body on him. He didn't do anything to try and disrupt him.
Yeah. Also, I missed this in the chat earlier, but about the Bruce Arians hit. Urban Meyer would be proud. That's true.
Yeah, that's true. All right, super tight coverage that leads to play action, and that's easy.
Wide open. I mean, that's just too easy. Hey, how many times have we heard this before? Tom Brady to Rob Gronkowski in the playoffs for a touchdown.
Yeah. Fire away the cannons. I mean, the defensive line front's good to stop the run, but you, I mean, that should be the first, second, and third option you're looking for out of a play action.
Yeah, I mean, this is yeah, I mean, you're right. They were trying to stop the run. No one picked up. I'm not sure who it was, but it might have even been a miscommunication there. No one picked up the play action. So just like that, I mean, listen, I think the first thing you got to think about here is that it's starting to look not great for the Eagles.
Yeah. You got to find a way to throw the ball, right? Like, that's really what it is. You can't stick with this game plan. Do you consider a change?
What do you mean?
Like a Gardner change?
You think bench Jalen Hurts here? I mean, I don't think Jalen Hurts has been the issue here. I think like no one's getting open.
I mean, sure. I don't think he's been horrible, but at the same time, like, he's also missed throws that I feel like you look at that last drive. You know, you could have had a big play to Quez Watkins. He sailed the ball and it went almost into Carlton Davis's hands. You know, you had a couple other plays where it seems like you can get some momentum. Like, I don't know. I feel like Gardner can make those throws.
Here's what I think. Worst case scenario after this game, if you keep Jalen Hurts in it, is you got your young players get a lot of playoff experience, which matters. I think if you take Jalen Hurts out of this game, if you're doing that, in my opinion, that means you're also giving up on Jalen Hurts. Like, I don't think you do that if you're like keeping Jalen Hurts. I think about the Chargers-Ravens playoff game a few years ago when the Chargers were up big and people were talking about should the Ravens put in Joe Flacco. Lamar wasn't playing great. They kept with Lamar. Lamar actually almost came back and won that game for them. But I think that something like that, I'm kind of the belief of at least you're getting playoff experience. That stuff does matter. These reps do matter. And I don't know if benching Hurts for Gardner Minshew is really worth it. I do think that like the emotional side of things do come into effect where it's not great if you get benched in your playoff game, and it will add more pressure next year if you're in the playoffs. So I like the idea of give Jalen Hurts the reps here. I think it'd be, again, it's different if you love Gardner Minshew, you'll put him in, but I think I stick with Hurts.
I think that's fair. I do think you have to ask yourself those questions though. I mean, so it's tough.
Alex says, is it just me or is every game Jackson live stream this season has been a blowout? Yeah, I mean, the Patriots, Buccaneers, regular season one was good. But other than that, I mean, I did the Jets, Colts, which was a blowout, and now 2 blowouts here. Not a great track record for me doing live stream.
Yeah, I mean, that Patriots Buccaneers one's definitely the best one we've done. And it was,
and even last year, the only one I did was the Super Bowl, which was a blowout. So only one good game out of these live stream.
Maybe you should maybe this is the last one. That's it.
I guess so. Yeah, just for everyone else, so that they get to watch enjoyable football.
I guess so. Do it for the team.
Yeah, I mean, I think the reality is Eagles have to score here, right? I mean, this game is over if they don't put points on the board.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I mean, there's just nothing else you can do.
Yeah, I think again you got to think about that Jalen Reagor fumble too. I mean, it does feel like it's a different game if that doesn't happen.
I mean, easily, because you had the ball, you have pretty good field position too. There's the GOAT, Blaine Gabbert. If you had that going for you, you have a chance. You can cut it to 17-7, but now it's 24-0.
Yeah, Bradley Pinion kicks it deep here. This one will not be returned once again. So we will have another drive starting at the 25-yard line, and we'll see what Philadelphia does this time and what they can do to try to get their team back in it.
Okay, so what are you calling here on first down? What's your go-to?
I think a punt.
A punt? 3 QB sneaks?
Yeah, 3 QB sneaks and punt. I think that's the move.
All right, Joe Judge, calm down.
No. In seriousness, I still do think like I want to take advantage of these speedy receivers. Like throw something down the field. Maybe not in this play or in a cover 3 zone looks. Maybe go over the middle, or just hand the football off to Miles Sanders, which is going to pick up some nice yards for them. So there you go.
Yeah, he is excited. He had his best play of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, I guess got some momentum there. That was that got Miles Sanders up to 19 yards for the game rushing.
I'll say this though, just to throw this out there. The last time these two teams played each other, Tampa Bay went up big. I believe I don't remember the exact score, but it was at least I want to say it was like 28-7. Philadelphia came back and made it a 1-score game. So that happened last time these two teams played. So maybe something to pay attention to.
It's possible.
Mm-hmm. It's a quick screen pass, and we're going to see nothing going there. So
this defense is just buzzing right now, though.
Yeah, I mean, what you don't want to do with this, but I mean, it's interesting with this Buccaneers defense, right? They've had a few games this season where they just completely the other offense just hasn't had a chance. I think about the Bears game was a good example. They've had a couple of those.
Yeah. I mean, they've had some games. I mean, is this another one of those situations where you could say, okay, this was a successful season for just making it?
For the Eagles, yeah. I think this is, I mean, the Eagles, I mean, they completely, I guess, are we at the point now where we're saying, good season for the Eagles?
I'm pretty close
not
to
yet.
it at this point.
I say, let's wait till the drive ends. I think we got one more drive. I think if they can score here, 3rd and 3, you have to imagine you're in 4-down territory. But listen, 3-score game technically, right? 8 points, and then you're tied.
Yeah. It's an uphill battle, that's for sure.
Yeah, they got their work cut out for them here. And you also, you're going to have to play good defense on top of it. But first things first, it starts with one touchdown. So let's see if they can get that. 5 seconds on the play clock. Jalen Hurts is going to take a snap. He looks downfield, has something open underneath, throws further deep, and it is knocked away. Good defense by Jamel Dean. Good ball skills by Tampa Bay showing off in the secondary in this game. 4th and 3. You have to imagine Philadelphia is going for it here.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, like you said, I mean, Davis, even though he could have had a couple picks, he's made some good plays on balls in this game. Mike Edwards obviously had the pick, and I thought he's been good today too. And then you see Dean coming in and making this one.
Yeah. And, I'll throw this out there, Kyle. Some people could bring up the arm strength thing of if you get the ball there quicker, the guys can't come back and make the play. That's something people will bring up. But anyways, 4th and 3. Snap has been taken. Hurts looking downfield. He's going to try and throw over the top, and it is knocked away and intercepted. Intercepted on the play. That is Shaquille Barrett with the pick, and Shaquille Barrett running to the 36-yard line. Barrett back in coverage, and he's another one with the interception. 3rd turnover on the day for Philadelphia.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Not a horrible play. I mean, I get the logic behind it. I mean, it's 4th down. You got to throw it, but it just did not work out.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's a tough throw on your back foot, but I mean, does that play into the arm strength thing too? You got to make sure you get that throw over the linebacker.
Yeah, I think so. Zachary Stewart, again, will not stop. Incredible interception by Tom Brady. Okay. It's also funny because no one is giving Tom Brady any credit this entire game too. And that's what I love about this. No one has said one nice thing about Brady this entire stream.
Yeah.
Other than the first drive.
Yeah, I mean, he's been good. Fine.
Yeah. Just but anyways, yeah. I mean, listen, it's good stuff from Tampa Bay. Their defense is just playing fantastic. This is and people are gonna blame Hurts. He's not playing well. I get it. He's certainly not playing well, but this is also what Tampa Bay's done too. It's Tampa Bay's playing great defense, and Philadelphia's not playing great offense as a whole as well. So all is coming together. And this is, if you're an Eagles fan, you had maybe a concern that this could happen going into the season, and your concerns are being realized here.
Would you take today's Jalen Hurts or last night's Mac Jones?
I take last night's Mac Jones, I think.
Yeah.
Would you take last night's New England Patriots or today's Philadelphia Eagles?
The defense sure looks a whole lot better for Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I could get today's Eagles with Mac Jones. Does that count?
No, you can't just change. That's like when you ask like someone like if you could, if you could be invisible or fly, what would you choose? And they say both. Like, no, you don't get to make the rules.
Um, yeah, I guess that's fair. I still stand by. I thought Mac was pretty good last night. Decent last night.
Yeah, he was fine. It wasn't. He wasn't the issue last night.
Yeah,
Jalen Hurts might not be the only issue, but he's at least an issue in this one.
an issue. Yes.
Mhm.
Not having, I think both of these teams are, if Calvin Ridley's actually available, speaking of New England and Philadelphia, both of these teams should be in the sweepstakes.
Yeah.
But if you're going to roll with these young quarterbacks, you should be ready to offer whatever you can to make. I mean, Eagles have 3 first-round picks this year. Why wouldn't you be ready to use one of those and maybe future assets on a guy like Calvin Ridley, who is going to be a surefire number 1 receiver?
Yeah, I mean, even like Allen Robinson is available. Chris Godwin's coming off the franchise tag; he could be available. Devontae Adams could be available. And even guys like Juju. By the way, game is back on. Brady's throwing the ball down the field. Big catch. Okay, Mike Evans scored a touchdown. That's cool. That's a flip into the end zone. That's a Tyreek Hill.
That was not good. Play action. Everybody bid on it.
Mm-hmm. And Tristan, is that wait, no, that's
Donovan Smith.
Donovan Smith. Yeah, no, I did the same thing. You're right, because his shirt got tied up. I was like, wait, Tristan versus back. No, Donovan Smith with the spike. So
all right, everybody's in on the play action. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, that poor 23 just has 0 chance.
Yeah.
Here.
I mean, that's tough. That's hard. I mean, again, you don't want to be leaving guys one-on-one against Mike Evans. That's Roddy McLeod, especially not a safety going one-on-one against Mike Evans. That's not what you want to have happen. He's the one guy you got to take care of. They end up with one-on-one with a safety on him. I get it, the coverage you're playing and everything, but good play call by Tampa Bay, and now lead 31-0 with 5 minutes and 18 seconds left into this game. And the game that felt very within reach late in the second quarter, now just, a little over 10 minutes later, feels like could be a bigger blowout than last night, which we thought was one of the biggest blowouts of all time.
Yeah. They're re-showing this interception here.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they're saying maybe he thought it was man-to-man coverage, and that's why he threw that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. And, he had something open underneath, too, I thought, early on. And also, I thought that he could have potentially ran for it as well. But granted, I get why he made the throw. It just he didn't hit it. So it is what it is. And also, I have to say, Philadelphia is even struggling to tackle Mike Evans, who's kind of one of the guys where it's like, I feel like he's a professional athlete I could tackle. I think I would have a chance.
You think so?
I think I would have it. If I had to pick, like, give me a superstar NFL wide receiver to try and tackle, I think he might be the one. He's obviously an amazing route runner and, can make incredible catches and everything. But, the yards after the catch isn't what he's known for.
That's fair. I'm trying to think of who even I would pick.
Yeah, I mean, because that's the thing. Like, who else? Like a star, one of the 30 top 5 wide receivers in the NFL, which one would you choose to tackle? Maybe anyone else has any.
30 top 5 receivers in the NFL. That's good.
I mean, and listen, my move totally would be like, okay, grab onto his shirt and then sort of like use my body weight to fall down and hope that my body weight takes him down. Like, that's the move. It would not be a athletic looking tackle.
No. Well, so the way, so having played high school football, when you're a bad tackler, I played defensive back. So every defensive back in high school football is a bad tackler. Unless you're like actually like going somewhere. So the way to tackle when you're a bad tackler is basically just dive at the knees. If you go low, you basically have a 50-50 chance of just tripping them up and hoping for the best. Now, granted, they could easily just stop and go around you, but diving at the knees is the move if you can't tackle.
Gotcha. Okay, well, there's some good advice for my hypothetical situation. See, I mean, no one even in the chat has even given a suggestion for who would be easier star wide receiver. It gotta be Mike Evans.
I'm trying to even think like for a star wide receiver. I don't even know.
How about this? An NFL wide receiver.
An NFL
maybe like Scotty Miller.
Yeah, but he's still got the speed, right?
Yeah, he's fast, but like can he juke me out? Probably. But at least if I can create contact, I have a chance,
That's fair.
Maybe Devonta Smith, another one, kind of similar. But he would definitely juke me out. Like I wouldn't be able to touch him.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, I can't even think of anybody else. Maybe like I don't even know who's like a bad yak guy. I mean, I feel like I'd have to pick big receiver here. So maybe like the Evans mold is kind of the way. So like a Brian Edwards or something.
They're showing a replay of the Bruce Arians hitting. Are people mad at this? What's going on here? I don't know why they showed the replay of it.
Oh, I don't like the free rusher off the edge there. That's for sure.
No, not great.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It looked pretty harmless to me. He's just trying to get his guy
I don't
to
think.
stop.
I mean, listen, like, okay, you probably shouldn't be putting your hands on anybody in general. I think that's fair to say. But it looked more of like a bonk than it was like an actual like trying to inflict damage. He hit him on the helmet, you know. So
He's also
that's
hitting
kinda,
a human being with his bare hand on a helmet. So
yeah, that's kind of what I thought. But I mean, again, you know, I don't know. That's how I thought about it. I know some people might disagree. 4:30 left in the game, 14 on the play clock. Excuse me, 4:30 left in the third quarter. Plenty of time left in the game here. Looks like it's going to be another zone coverage play. 3rd down and 13. Philadelphia's moving backwards at this point. Let's see what they can do here with Jalen Hurts taking the snap. You see a stunt that's picked up nicely by the Eagles' offensive line. Check down to the halfback, who will gain some yards, but not a first down here. Do you go for it, Kyle?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I punt the ball away at this point. I mean, like, what are you going to do? Go down 38-0 just because you're giving yourself a chance?
Sure.
I don't know. Like, at some point, you just got to say, okay, let's just play the game out, try our best, and see if we can break a shutout later.
Yeah, so the punt is back now. Good punt, really good punt, especially against this weather. As Dardine lets it bounce and then picks it up. Gets decent return. Not great returning in this one. That's kind of an interesting thing. Some people are saying in the chat, Adam Thielen might be the guy. Someone said the white guy in Minnesota, and then someone responded with Adam Thielen. Could you tackle Adam Thielen, maybe?
I mean, I don't think I could tackle any NFL player.
No. I don't think I could tackle like Tom Brady.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, like it's like as silly as it sounds, like I'm pretty sure Tom Brady would like easily avoid all of us.
Like, yeah, I mean, I think the idea of being a pro athlete is kind of underrated. Like,
yeah.
Like, I'm sure if I played like Zaza Pachulia 1-on-1 in basketball, I'd lose 21-0 and not even come close.
Yeah, the move would really just be like, you know, long fadeaway jumpers every play, right?
Hope one goes in. Yeah.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, it's interesting stuff. Again, I think you can tell how good the game is by how off the rails we get about this stuff. Tom Brady still in the game here. I was wondering if you might see a Blaine Gabbert appearance at some point. When will we see the Blaine train?
It'll be interesting to see if he does come out. I mean, he's not a guy who takes horrible hits. So, I mean, if he kind of just wants, I mean, he's having watched him his whole career, you know, if he's a guy who kind of just rides it out. He likes the reps and seeing different looks. I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see Gabbert until maybe one of the last 2 drives.
Yeah, I could see that. So 3:20 left in the third quarter. Looks like it might just run the ball a lot too. So, you know, not having that many opportunities. This is going to be a handoff, and you are going to, you know, break a tackle there. Gets a little bit there. So solid run here. Even, you know, it's one of those weird games where in garbage time, usually you feel like the losing team comes back. That's not been the case so far in this one.
Yeah. What do you feel about JD's comment here? I would bet on Kyle versus Jackson.
What does that mean?
I'm assuming in like a tackling drill. Is that what we're doing?
You're saying that I think I could tackle you.
I'm sure we could probably tackle each other. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that 2 people that aren't really like star athletes, which I think it's fair to say. We're both very good, but maybe not stars. Yeah. I think that we would just tackle each other every time. Like I don't think that there would ever be. I don't think there'd be too many juke moves getting pulled off.
I don't know. Maybe I could shake you once. We'll see. No.
Yeah, maybe. I think in my head it would go a lot better than it probably would go in actuality. Is the way I think it is.
Maybe we'll do this for a YouTube video once. No, I'm just kidding. Probably not.
Maybe. Yeah. If anyone donates $1,000 in the super chat, we will do a tackling video. That's playing for the plane ticket to get me out to Texas.
There you go.
And
for
hotel.
The screen. What are you doing? It's
bounce pass. I love the bounce pass still running. Like that's my favorite move is when you bounce pass and then you still go up. Also, looking up the numbers here, Mike Evans, when he gets targeted, 1.17 EPA per play. So over 10 points added just from Mike Evans targets alone in this one.
That's pretty good.
Jalen Hurts is currently at negative 15.7 EPA per play on the day.
What's Brady at?
He's at 11.3. So basically just been like, it's almost entirely Mike Evans targets.
Yeah. Oh.
So Brady takes a snap, deep coverage. There's a flag down before the play. So it's going to be a false start. Take 5 yards back.
You guys should do an Oklahoma drill.
Yeah. Should mention, the deal is now revoked. No one donate $1,000 just to see us try to tackle each other.
You wouldn't get it on the sideline podcast for like a month if I got tackled. I'd just be like out.
Yeah, off the sideline podcast.
Off the sideline. Yeah, honestly. Been off the sideline for too long.
JD said I would bet my 100 on Kyle. I don't know. I think I'd like my odds. Here's a draw play on 3rd and 18. So there you go. Good stop by Philadelphia.
I guess.
I guess
so you're going to get the ball back here with probably under a minute left in the 3rd quarter.
Need 4 scores.
And 7 years ago. I don't know. Oh.
Well, the weather looks bad. I was wondering if there could be a delay at a certain point if the thunder happens.
Come back after the weather.
Yeah, right. Like the Super Bowl, the Ravens 49ers Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Heavy blitz here. Pretty good coverage though from the pump protection. Let's see if Rieger can catch this one.
See if he does catch it. Doesn't call a fair catch though, and it's taken down quickly.
Yeah.
Good punt coverage by both sides here.
That's been the story of the game, the punt coverage. Definitely.
Do you think Bill Belichick's having a good time watching this game of like, at least their punt coverage is going well? Or he's probably really angry at that fumble by Rieger.
He probably is. He is probably thinking of cutting Rieger even though he's not on his team.
He wants to trade for Rieger and then just cut him.
Yeah. He's probably rewatching the highlights of the Army-Navy game, if we're being honest.
Yeah, I could see that. I think Bill Belichick's the happiest moment he's ever been was at beating the Bills, only throwing the ball 3 times.
that was his best game plan ever.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably what he's sticking to.
Yeah. Here we go. 6 seconds on the play clock. Jalen Hurts takes the snap, and it's blown up immediately, but get the handoff, and they're going to only lose about 3 on that
one. Yeah, that's not good blocking. Look at Winfield's basically taking the handoff here.
Yeah, he almost beat him to the handoff.
Yeah. And then good secondary coverage, too. Is that Mike Edwards again?
Yep, Mike Edwards. Good safety
had a really good game. Yeah, Edwards had a really good game.
I mean, if you think about like Whitehead, Mike Edwards, you have, Antoine Winfield, all have played very well in this one.
Yeah, I give them a ton of credit. I mean, I think everyone on this defense played pretty well. I thought it was a pretty good Devon White game, especially after seeing the last couple.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. So, I mean, again, you're up 31-0, so that helps. Although Hurts going for a deep ball and just overthrows a wide open Quez Watkins. That was finally an opportunity to get something going and throws it over him. So, not great.
Well, that was the threat that we talked about beforehand on Wednesdays. Like, can Watkins break this defense open? And right after I praise Mike Edwards, he gets killed on that play. Hurts has to hit that.
Yeah, there's no denying. I mean, this has not been a great. I mean, listen, the one thing I'll say is young quarterbacks playing in their first playoff game, this is something that happens, right? We've seen this happen a lot where young quarterbacks, it usually takes them a game to sort of suck before. I mean, didn't work with Joe Burrow, but for a lot of guys, that tends to be a thing.
Oh, this is
but batted up in the air and going to fall harmlessly over the middle. Got to still pick it up, right? I mean,
yeah, might as well. I mean, it's clearly an incomplete pass, but be careful.
I've seen crazier ones end up being fumbles.
So speaking of, secondary playing well, not a lot of explosive play for Philadelphia. They have, looks like 2 plays over 20 yards, basically. The leading tacklers for Tampa Bay are Jamel Dean and Jordan Whitehead. Jordan Whitehead also has 2 of his 6 tackles for loss. So he's played really well, too. Give him a ton of credit.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a great tackling game by Tampa Bay too. It seems like anything Philadelphia does get, they don't get a ton.
Yep.
This,
More good
return.
punt coverage. Special teams coordinator is going to get a raise after this week.
Probably. I mean, yeah, this is again, things are going well for Tampa Bay. The yards totals aren't as crazy as we saw earlier, but still 293 to 179. So, I mean, what else do you say, really? I mean, this has just been one of those games for Philadelphia.
Yeah, I mean, it really has been. It's been pretty ugly. Your defense had some moments that kind of kept you in this game, but I mean, it just kind of spiraled out of control at the end of that third quarter.
Yeah.
So
a lot of people in the chat want to know our height and weight.
What? Why?
I think people are because for the tackling drills, they want to know for the Oklahoma drill that we're about to do. They want to know who to bet on.
Oh.
I think we'll save that one maybe if we'll do a Patreon show where we'll give our height and weights out.
Maybe not even that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, Kyle, what do you want to talk about?
Let's see. I haven't done my Wordle for the day. If we want to do Wordle.
Wordle?
Yeah.
Is that like the Pokemon?
No, it's a game.
War Turtle. No,
it's a game. You get 6 chances to answer what the 5-letter word is for the day.
Okay, that's interesting. So how does that work? So what should we all do that together?
Yeah, I guess so. So I have to pick a 5-letter word just out of the blue. Any 5-letter word.
So you pick the 5-letter word?
Well, so yeah. So basically it looks like this.
Uh-huh.
You can't really see anything. But yeah, I can pick any letters and then it'll tell me if it's in green, it means that that's the right letter in the right spot. If it's a yellow, if it highlights yellow, that means it's a letter in the word, but it's not in the right spot. And if it's gray, that means it's the wrong word completely.
Okay. First thing I thought was balls.
Balls. But I don't want to do a word with 2 letters.
Okay. Oh, I see. That's a good point. So what's like a good starting point? Maybe
I'm thinking field? I'm going to do ready because it has 2 vowels.
Okay.
Vowels are typically useful.
Mm-hmm.
So when I do ready, R and A are in the word, but they're not in the right spots.
R and A. Okay. So interesting. So we need an R and we need an A. And we only get 5 chances? This is a good chances. One. Could it be Brady?
Well, there's no D and no Y in the word.
And
no E.
What about Eagle?
E is also eliminated.
He's also eliminated. Okay. Okay, game's back on. Should we do this during commercials? Should that just be a commercial?
We can do this during commercial break.
Okay, so the game's back on as it's a handoff to Keyshawn Vaughn for nothing. Marcus in the chat says SUCKS because this game sucks.
Well, that doesn't have a R and an A in it, so.
No, R and an A. What are words of R and A? That's now I'm focused on. It would have been hilarious if it ended up being Brady.
That'd be pretty funny.
That would have been a great time. Are names possible or no names?
I don't think it's names are involved. I think it's just words.
Okay, well, here we go. Philadelphia with a single safety deep coverage, and they're going to just run the ball, pick up a few yards on a 3rd down and long here. Looks like they're probably just going to try and kill some clock here.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the right move at this point. You've proved everything you needed to. Your offense has looked good. Get out of this game with no more injuries.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. 3rd down and not, yeah. Definitely want to avoid the injuries if possible. At one point, do you think we see backups come in?
I'm looking at around maybe the 7-minute mark if it's still 31-0.
Yeah, I think something like that. I think that I don't know. Could be fascinating. 13:43 on the play clock as Tom Brady's going to just take a sack here. And please be okay, Tom Brady. That's basically what every Buccaneers fan is thinking now.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Once again, though, he doesn't take terrible hits, and he's always just like the reps. He prefers reps over rest every time. So, I mean, he's had plenty of reps in his career, but, I think he's going to play this game out for the most part.
Yeah. So, 3rd down and 4th down and 13, 3 minutes and 8 seconds. Bradley Pinion is going to be punting this one deep. Is there still hope for Philadelphia, or you got to be full on? We had a good season mode, right?
I would say so. I mean, you're going to throw the ball a few times.
Oh, could it be a safety? No safety.
Good return.
Good return, though, as well. Okay, here's some life for Philadelphia.
It's the best moment in Jalen Reagor's career.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay, Kyle. Any thoughts on your Wordle game?
Let's see here. So scare.
So what is it again? Set things up. What do we have?
So I have an R and an A in the word. Don't know where it is in the letter. E, D, and Y have been eliminated.
E, D, and Y are eliminated. R and A. We have what about this? Bizarre.
Bizarre? I can give bizarre a try.
Okay, let's give bizarre a try.
All right. So the word ends in AR. That's what we have now. It ends in AR. The first three letters are still a mystery to us. So where can we go with this now?
AR is the ending here. That's fascinating. So what's the other? We don't have any other letters we know, right?
We don't have any other letters. We just have AR, which are the last two letters of the word.
So should we just find a word that has, or can you guess something else? Like, could you guess just 5 letters and just see what happens? I guess or let's find a word that ends in AR. What ends in AR? Water.
Let's see. Well, bizarre did, but that didn't work.
Right.
Even though that's not how bizarre spelled.
Water doesn't end in AR, right? Well, that's ER.
What's that?
What ends in AR? I feel like everything ends in ER.
Cigar.
Cigar is one that works. Should we try cigar?
Do we want to try cigar? We can go with cigar.
Okay, we could try cigar.
All right, still back to the same spot. I got 3 more chances for this.
It says Jumar. Sky High Brooks coming up with some real outside the box ones.
Let's see.
Someone said, no way, you said water. Okay, listen, all right. Water spelled like it has an AR at the end.
Altar?
Altar's not...
Cedar? Lunar? What do you think here?
Radars? Although, but we know there's no... Or do we know? We don't know. We know.
There's not another A. There's not another A in that spot.
Okay, interesting. Someone says, "Stupid ass game." That's more than 5 letters, JD. That's not going to work.
Let's
try to get this done. Let's
go with altar.
Yeah, I like altar.
Okay, so there is an L, but it's not the second letter in the word.
Okay, so it's either. What about? You said no names, right? It's like a Lamar wouldn't work.
Correct.
Okay. Well, maybe we should.
Or lunar.
You want to try lunar?
All right, we can try lunar.
And then we'll get back to the game.
Sure. Doesn't do anything. We have one more guess. There is still an L.
We'll get back to this. That'll be for the last commercial break. We'll do this as Devonta Smith with a big run inside the 35. That's kind of what we said. Get the ball in number 6's hands, and he showed why.
Yeah. That's one of their better plays of the day.
This is a good choice, maybe Polar. Think about that one.
Polar, Pillar. Have I used O yet? I haven't.
And Overlap 618 in the chat. It's your boy Overlap. Do you remember me? Is Kyle the GOAT? He called the blowout. We need your thoughts on the next matchup, Jackson. Who do you think it will be and who will win? As all of a sudden, I was reading Overlap's chat and a touchdown is scored by Boston Scott. So clearly, Overlap 618 is bad luck, even though he gives us money, so we still like him.
Yeah.
Or her.
Big play there for Tampa, but the blowout is over. Or the shutout is over, sorry.
The blowout's over too. It's a ball game again.
Yeah.
LeBron James says this is going to overtime. Oh my God. LeBron James is in the chat. Tom Brady was in the chat. This is star-studded group in the chat here. And Overlap 618 in the chat. I mean, just stars all over the place.
I know, exactly. They're everywhere.
Solar is a good one too. I like the people still that are still throwing in the Wordle thing.
This is the last guess. So solar is going to be the word.
Okay, you want to do solar?
It has to be it. It has to be it.
All right. This is stressful.
Let's see.
What's it going to be, guys?
Make sure we're... All right, we're going with solar. And it is correct on the last opportunity. Coming in the clutch. Unbelievable.
Great work. I'm going to give credit to JD, who also said this game was stupid, ends up with the getting the correct one. I saw a couple others say Solar as well. Gage said Solar. So good work, everyone. We did it. We are the best.
We did it. Unbelievable.
All right.
We'll
have to go a few minutes in the live stream.
Yeah. So anyway, football's going on. Philadelphia finally gets something going. They got a play to Devontae Smith, and then Boston Scott breaks one for a touchdown. I don't know. I don't think you can even say, well, why didn't they do this all game? Because it's not like they didn't try to run the ball. They just didn't have success until this drive.
Yeah, I agree. And I guess this is also the argument of why you keep Brady in there, right? It still is, in theory, possible that the Eagles could get 3 and outs and 3 scoring drives, although it seems very unlikely.
That is true. You might as well just see if you can get some more points on the board. He's still working with some, receivers he hasn't had a lot of reps with during the season. So I would say keep him in.
Yeah, I think that's a good point as well. That's actually a very good point about the, I guess they worked with Scotty Miller last year, but Scotty Miller kind of been on the second team a lot this season. So, getting the reps with these guys with Rashad Perriman, who came in the middle of the season, I think that makes sense.
Yeah. So nice play there from Philadelphia. I mean, that's just pride at that point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think so as well. You don't want to get shut out. You want to at least get on the board.
Yeah, I agree.
Although, again, Jalen Hurts didn't get the passing touchdown. You know that you want that, too, to be like because like we said last week, the memes are going to come out of like, every player who isn't the quarterback who's thrown a touchdown now has more playoff touchdowns than Jalen Hurts.
Jake Fromm, Taylor Heineke.
Well, I don't think – does Jake Fromm have a playoff touchdown? I don't believe so.
No, I'm saying that they have as many as Jalen Hurts.
As many as Jalen. Well, Taylor Heineke has more than Jalen Hurts.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Dylan in the chat saying, hopefully Kyle is okay. Yeah, he seems all right, but then again, maybe he hides his depression well.
Hey, I thought I took it okay yesterday.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That almost was a bad penalty. Yeah, I mean, look, it was a tough game. Tough way to end the year, but we're okay. We're going to get Calvin Ridley. We're going to add a few defense players. We're going to win the Super Bowl next year. We'll be back.
Oh, that's nice to know that you're going to win the Super Bowl.
I already know it.
What's your dream offseason? Is it Calvin Ridley or is it like a Chris Godwin? Or I guess Devontae Adams has to be the dream, right?
Yeah, I mean, if Adams is actually available, that would be fantastic. I don't know if that's actually going to happen. Ridley does sound available. Is Godwin going to be ready for the start of the season, I guess is the question. Godwin would be a nice pickup too. I mean, all of those guys I feel like can make a difference.
Yeah. Godwin would fit that offense well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it fits every offense well, but, specifically, we kind of see it with the, Patriots blend the Bruce Arians offense a little bit. Also, since 4 minutes in the third quarter, the Eagles have been at a 0% chance to win the game.
It is kind of a bummer that we did this and we got back-to-back blowouts.
Yeah.
Are we doing this for Tampa next week too?
Yeah, we could. I mean, if you want to.
I'm down for whatever. I mean, are they doing any Saturday games next week? I don't think so, right?
Yeah, usually you'll do 2 Saturday and 2 Sunday.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, for the division round. And then after that, then the Saturday games are over.
Okay. Well,
would you be able to do it on Saturday?
I'm trying to look up my schedule real quick. I think I should be good though. Big play.
And we can make the plans for it on Wednesday. We can announce if we're doing it or not.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it depends on what time this game is. We'll figure it out. We'll let you all know.
I like this comment too about the 0 win percentage. 0 seems high. Yeah, it kind of does feel a little bit high.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Negative win percentage.
Yeah, I think so. So 11 minutes and 1 second on the game clock here. Tom Brady seeing if he can make the numbers look a little bit better. Numbers aren't spectacular from Brady's perspective. And again, Brady, it's not like he's done anything like crazy. But he made a couple good throws, and for the most part, it just kind of ran the offense. But really, I think the story of this game, without a doubt, is just the Eagles' offense has barely gotten anything going. As they have a quick screen pass to Mike Evans, who's going to gain 3 yards. See, that's how I would try to tackle Mike Evans, right? Just grab his leg and just hold on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I mean, I guess that's the story for the offense is Mike Evans looks like 2016 Mike Evans here right
Yeah.
now, right? I mean,
Yeah.
he's been very good.
No, Mike Evans has been fantastic, and that's big news. I mean, if Mike Evans can be this true number one receiver, this just the top one of the 30 top 5 receivers in football, that's going to go a long way. And Mike Evans has always been that like he's been a number one receiver even these past couple of seasons, but it's been like has he been downgraded from a superstar to just a star? Well, he's looking like a superstar in this one as Gronkowski gains about 5 yards or so.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I would rank receivers. I mean, maybe we could do that for a future podcast episode. We do quarterbacks every offseason. Maybe we could throw receivers in there.
Yeah, we could do something like that. We do quarterbacks and coaches every year. Maybe we could even do like best like offensive support. Figure something out. We got plenty of time. Let's not focus on the offseason yet. Let's pretend football will never end.
Okay, we'll go with that. We'll become
All right.
the official XFL podcast.
3rd and 2, Scotty Miller, 1-on-1 on the sideline against Darius Slay. Do you go with that? Miller's going to no. And looked like it could have been a flag. No flag down. Maybe refs just want to go home.
It's possible.
And Brady's getting in it with somebody on the Eagles.
Looks like Derek Barnett. Oh.
I think Brady maybe wanted a roughing the passer. I mean, yeah. I mean, that seems like a weird thing that doesn't get called.
Based on some of the roughing passers that I have seen.
I mean, it wasn't like egregious. Like it wasn't going to hurt Brady or anything. So I get why they didn't call it because like it's not putting him in any risk of danger or anything. And Brady's still letting the refs know it. But it's also like, I mean, you're shoving a guy well after the play, and the quarterbacks tend to get that luxury. But whatever, I'm not up in arms about it. But I get why Brady was upset. But I also get from the Eagles' perspective of like, yeah, they're annoyed.
Jalen Reagor.
Oh, he fumbled it again. Picks it up though, and maybe could have some move to run. And still on his feet, and it finally goes down at about the 7-yard line.
This hasn't been his best game, I gotta say.
Yeah. So, wow. Kyle, last time we talked, you liked the 49ers to win. The time before, you liked the Cowboys to win. Have you gone back to the Cowboys yet, or are you still now on the 49ers?
I'm picking the Cow. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, the matchup, I think, lends itself to the 49ers. Mm-hmm. I think the coaching lends itself to the 49ers. I think the special teams lends itself to the 49ers. So you got to think with their ability to run the ball, they might be able to just light it up on Dallas that way. We'll see.
Yeah, should be fascinating. 9 minutes and 1 second left in the game. 9 seconds on the play clock. 3 receivers to Jalen Hurts' left, one of them being a tight end. Hurts is going to take the snap. He's going to hand the ball off, and they are going to pick up a yard or two. Oh, no, he breaks out of it and picks up maybe 5 or 6. So, again, got to move quickly here if you're going to have a realistic chance. I don't know if you're even really thinking that way, but you probably are. Like, why not?
I mean, you got to take shots. So, you're running the ball now, but eventually you're going to have to get the ball downfield. Probably too little too late at this point.
Yeah. So 8:33 in the game. Jalen Hurts, again, also taking a lot of time off the clock. Almost 30 seconds have been off the clock already. And Jalen Hurts is going to take the snap. It looks like it's man coverage, and you're able to get a completion there. Oh, and also a nice move. So, okay, some maybe not great tackling towards the end here. That's, I guess, something.
Yeah, I mean, you're stringing together a couple drives here. This is just pride, it seems like, at this point. Another hit on Hurts, though. Wow.
Yeah, he's taking some hits. I mean, this is again, it's a physical defense you're going up against. Also looks like Tampa Bay isn't keeping a lot of Shaq Barrett and Jason Pierre-Paul in here a ton. Wonder if that's just, they were kind of game time decisions, and I kind of wonder if they're just not wanting to, play them too much, keep them healthy for a following game as Jalen Hurts picks up a few yards running.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, makes perfect sense. Now the priority becomes next week. You want to get some reps to your defense in, but, making sure you're healthy for the next game is most important.
Yeah. 2nd down and 5, 7:22 on the game clock here as Jalen Hurts takes a snap, throws to a wide open Dallas Goedert over the middle, who breaks a tackle again, breaks another tackle, gets to the 46-yard line. Well, fourth quarter Eagles are playing very well.
Yeah. I mean, kind of garbage time. Obviously, Tampa Bay is playing a very base coverage, it seems like, at this point.
Yeah.
So you're able to hit your spots underneath, get some big plays, but I mean, based off the tackling in the first half, this is definitely a different team right now.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts takes the snap. He's going to go for it all here towards the end zone. Has something, and again, an overthrow of Quez Watkins. Not an easy guy to overthrow. Hurts has done it twice now.
That would have been a tough completion.
Sure,
It looked like
tough
Dean
throw,
had,
but
yeah, I think Dean had good coverage on that one.
yeah, I mean, there was a window, and
Yeah.
the throw did not give his receiver a chance.
So that's the thing, though. So why didn't they? I guess if you criticize the play calling for Philly a little bit, wouldn't you say why wouldn't you give Watkins like at least 3 or 4 chances earlier in the game when it was competitive? It seemed like the only time they gave him chances downfield was when it was 30-0.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think we were saying that early on. I think we've been proved right about it as it's been working later on.
Yeah. I mean, you could say that, Tampa's got a good secondary. It's not, necessarily easy to throw deep on them. But, I mean, when you have a weapon like Quez Watkins, I think you should at least try it,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's so someone's at where and who will be the next playoff game for the Bucks. Depends on what happens. So we'll know after this game kind of who will win. So if San Francisco wins, that means San Francisco would play the Packers. If Dallas wins, then Dallas and Tampa Bay will play each other. So if San Francisco wins, then it will be Tampa Bay will play the winner of the 49ers the Rams and Cardinals game, as there's a screen pass to gain a decent amount of yards there. And then basically, if Dallas wins, Tampa Bay will play Dallas. If Dallas loses, then they'll play either the Cardinals or the Rams. Either way, it will be in Tampa Bay.
Right. So pretty good play there from Gainwell.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So 5:30 left. Philly's moving again.
All right. Yeah. Hurts takes the snap. Again, gets away from the pressure. Well, it's going to run, and I mean, goes down and picks up another 5 yards or so. So again, you're playing for pride, right? And this. I'm sorry, this makes it feel better. You score a touchdown here, and you're going through the half. So like, man, if we didn't fumble that one, if I didn't throw that interception, like we had a chance. Whereas if you were to not score these and give up a couple more touchdowns, it would just not feel that way.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone said this might be the last chance for people who bet the over. I'm not sure what the over was, but Jalen Hurts throws towards the end zone. Again, not a catchable ball. Good coverage, right? What was the over-under in this one?
Let's see. ESPN's Gamecast said it was over-under was... Oh, Caesars Sportsbooks had it at 47.5.
Okay, well, we got some work to do there. I mean, because it's at 38.
If it's 47.5, yeah, you got 2 scores.
Yeah. Doesn't seem likely.
No. Don't think that's hitting.
Mm-hmm. 3rd down and 4, 14 seconds on the play clock, 4:51 on the game clock. Tom Brady is doing a dance on the sideline. Again, looks like going sort of a base zone coverage, but they've been blitzing a decent amount still, even with this. As Jalen Hurts takes the snap, there is pressure, but it's picked up. Hurts makes the check down, and they're able to get the ball inside the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Yeah, I mean, you're taking what the defense gives you. That's good play. Gainwell makes the play there. That is a prideful touchdown. You feel good about that one.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
you're not going to try to go to the next game?
Probably not. I don't know. I mean, maybe, but I don't know. I guess it's possible.
Could be the last one in Tampa this year.
That's true. Yeah, could be. I've never been to an NFL playoff game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had many opportunities. I mean, other than last year, the most previous time was 2007. So they're going for 2. I think maybe this is it for some people's over under. Maybe there's different ones. As Jalen Hurts is going to roll around in a pocket, has maybe sometimes going to just throw one, and that was caught. What a play by Smith and by Jalen Hurts to get the 2-point conversion and make it 31-15 game.
So what does that put it at now? 31.
I believe it's a 16-point game.
So that puts us at 46. So if you bet with Caesars,
right.
You need a point and a half.
JD says live stream from the stadium. LOL. I don't think that would work too well.
I imagine the single would be tough on that one.
Yeah, I think so. Might not work out too well. But again, hey, for Philadelphia, like there's a chance, right? You get
I
a
guess
3 and out.
2 scores.
Mm-hmm.
Never say never.
3 and out, touchdown in under a minute. Go for 2, get it. Another 3 and out. About a minute, score another touchdown. Boom, you're tied.
Yep.
Or you got to get 2-point conversions on both. Watch them do all that and then lose in overtime.
That'd be pretty funny.
I think there was a Dolphins Bengals game. It was Andy Dalton's last game, I believe, where like something like that happened. Like the Bengals had like that crazy. It was like week 7, like 15. No one cared. Like they got an onside kick. They had a Hail Mary to tie it up. They went for 2 and got it, tied a game, and then just lost in overtime. And it's like, okay, when I was already the ultimate comeback that didn't matter, then you didn't even win.
Yeah. Huge credit though to Jalen Hurts for the Concord 11 cleats. That's pretty cool. If you like shoes.
All right. 4:45. Do you go for onside here or do you kick it deep?
Looks like an onside setup.
Yeah, might as well, right? And
right,
they're going to get a little bit crazy with it, and that was one of the easier onside recoveries you'll ever see. Kyle, how do you feel with the onside kick stuff? Do you think that they should go with some sort of like the AAF went with like a 4th down and 12 situation that you can go for instead of the onside kick?
Well, I mean, so here's the thing. Like, how easy do you want to make it on the team coming back, right? Like, not that I'm saying converting a 4th and 12 is easy, but it's probably easier than converting an onside kick, right?
Well, what about this? I mean, what about just a 4th and whatever has an equal percentage to, like a 10% chance, right? My thing about why I like it is I like, instead of having it just be some sort, I think it's a more exciting play for one of just like an actual like pass. And the second thing is I think it's just, maybe not more possible, but it feels less fluky based. It feels less luck based.
Yeah, I guess so. But I also think it's kind of, is it even, what is the percentage of converting an onside kick? It's probably less than 10%, right?
It used to be 10%, and then when it changed the rules, it went a lot lower than that, I believe.
Yeah. I mean, maybe if it's like a 4th and 20, you can consider it.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's fine. And you could even, if you want to get 1 per game or something like that. I think it's more exciting.
Yeah, it certainly is more exciting because these onside kicks are rarely ever recovered. But at the same time, like I said, the team who did the work of getting way ahead is then jeopardized because, a couple of 4th down conversions, basically.
Yeah, and by the way, 4 minutes and 1 second, Brady's going to hand the ball off to Scotty Scooter Miller, who's going to run and pick up the first down and slides to stay in bounds. So I think they got the first down, but definitely stayed in bounds. Couldn't tell exactly because when you slide, I believe is when it starts. But yeah, I mean, another idea I've heard I think is interesting is you get rid of kickoffs altogether, and when you get the ball, you start at your own like 35-yard line, and it's already like a 4th and 15. So usually you would just punt there, but like you could in theory still go for it. And you're also, punts are more exciting than kickoffs, and you're getting rid of a dangerous play on top of it.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I wouldn't be disappointed with that. So looking ahead for Tampa Bay now,
right?
If you could choose, would you rather play Dallas, Los Angeles, Arizona? Can't play San Francisco because that's going to Green Bay, obviously.
Right. But you can play any of the other 3. I think I want to stay away from the Rams. I think that's my mindset. I think the Rams have played us tough. They beat us last year. They beat us this year, and we didn't look great in either of those games. I think I want to stay away from the Rams. I'd much rather play Arizona, or I think probably I would assume best case scenario would probably be, I guess best case scenario would probably be us playing Arizona and San Francisco playing the Packers. Right? It seems like San Francisco matches up well against Green Bay. So there's hope that they could beat them, and then you can play Arizona. But there's no easy teams left in the NFC. I think Philadelphia is probably the weakest out of them. I think the other teams left, there's no easy out.
Yeah, Tom Brady versus Jimmy Garoppolo in the NFC Championship would be an interesting storyline.
No, that'd be fun.
Given the fact that the rumors that it was to appease Brady that they traded Garoppolo. Yeah, I mean, I think that'd be an interesting roadmap if they get Arizona. Um, I think I agree. I mean, I know that people are kind of down on the Rams, but like, I still feel like that's kind of like the same thing with Buffalo, where it's like, if you look at the ceiling of that team, when you're looking at guys like, that defense and what we saw from that defense last year, and when you see like the guys on offense that they have, plus, you know, having a guy like Stafford, who I still think is, better than Jared Goff, which isn't a hot take. I still feel like that's a dangerous game.
Yeah, and I also think part of me too does feel a little bit like you got to beat everybody eventually. You got to beat good teams. Like you're not going to beat a bad team in round two. So at the end of the day, we can sort of scoreboard watch a little bit, but if you're not a good enough team to make it to the Super Bowl, doesn't matter what your schedule is, you're not going to make it there. So I also kind of always felt like that. Just see what happens.
Yeah. So, all right. So this would basically officially ice the game first down here. They're going to throw.
Well, not exactly, but it would. I mean, it'd be pretty close. Man coverage. Brady's going to throw to an open. Giovanni Bernard. Bernard made some good stuff. Made some good plays in this one. So kind of a weird game to fully evaluate this new Tampa Bay Buccaneers team. It feels like because they got so many players back here, but they were able to look good, and hopefully the Tristan Wirfs injury isn't too serious, and they can he'll be back for the divisional round.
Yeah, I mean, Wirfs and Fournette would be the big things, right? Getting those two back, basically have the full strength of your offensive guys who were possibly available, and then maybe like a Richard Sherman back on defense. Although I think the secondary played really well today.
I believe Sherman is done for the year, but Sean Murphy-Bunting could potentially come back though. So
yeah, but like I said, the secondary I thought was really good today. So.
Yeah.
Feel good about that.
Yeah. And granted though, difference between, Philadelphia doesn't have a Cooper Kupp. So you might need someone, and they don't have a Amari Cooper or CeeDee Lamb either. So, Devonta Smith's pretty good, but, and even Quez Watkins I like for what he is. But yeah, I definitely think that, bigger matchups coming up on the outside for Tampa Bay, but a good win here, assuming nothing crazy happens with 2 minutes and 18 seconds left.
Yep. Bernard's going to get outside there, set up another 3rd and short. Philadelphia.
And we'll see if they ice it at the end of the 2-minute warning here. As we go to the 2-minute warning, Tampa Bay gets a first down. They can just run out the clock here. If not, they'll kick a field goal probably. And then, so I guess there's the over-under stress, right?
Yeah, that's basically it, right?
Yeah. Could you get a stop? And then a 4th down and 5, did it just kick a field goal with 1 minute left?
Yeah, I guess you take the points at that point.
Yeah. Or do you just knee it? Do you think they just knee it twice and then the Eagles would knee it and then the game's over?
No, I think if they get stopped here, they kick the field goal.
Okay. Well, so I guess this is high stress if you bet the over.
At Caesar Sportsbook. I don't know what the other ones were. Let me look at like Odd Sharks.
Yeah, let's look at the over. That's the what we're looking at.
Let's see. Let's see for my NBA page is up. I don't want NFL. I've been killing it with my NBA bets this year though.
Congrats. It looks like a lot of them have it at 47.5 is what what I'm seeing a lot of the overs at.
Yeah, I see a 49.5 too. I guess my bookie had it at 46, so that would have. You're right on that, so that would have tied. Yeah.
Because that's 46 now. So, some people got the over under at higher numbers than others. I think it opens at 47 and was bet down to 45.5. Because maybe some people maybe that's it. Because I'm looking at when it opened, so maybe it went down to 45.5 at the end.
Yeah. So 47.5 here. Yeah, if they get the field goal, people are jumping for joy. That's good stuff.
I would have totally bet the under on this one. So I'm surprised. It seems like so many people bet the over. At least maybe people in the chat.
I would have bet under on Patriots Bills last night, and that was over in the 3rd quarter.
I guess so. Yeah, maybe the Bills got the over by themselves in that one.
Yeah. So, yeah. So pretty interesting matchups I think in the NFC the next round. Even if I think if Dallas wins, it'd be fun. I'd love to see Packers.
That's a question for you.
What's
okay? Pick the two most exciting matchups. As a neutral fan, what are you hoping for?
I really like the San Francisco team. and I
Mm-hmm.
think they're fun. But I would love to see Cowboys Bucks. I would love to see those
Mm-hmm.
two offenses go to head to head. They had one of the better games of the year, week 1 of the season.
Uh-huh.
I think that'd be a fascinating matchup, seeing those two go at it.
Yeah.
So, and then I mean, at that point, probably Rams at that point over the Cardinals. You know,
Okay. I can see that. Yeah.
yeah.
Rams Packers. That game was kind of close. I mean, you saw so it looked like they did not get the first down on 4th and 1. What's the play call here? Some people with over-unders are holding their breath, Kyle.
Well, they're probably going to do a measurement, right? Oh no, they're just going to mark them short.
I think they're short. Yeah, 4th and 1, clearly short. Do you kick the field goal? Do you go for it? Do you just take a knee? A lot of stress going on for anyone who has the over, which we don't, by the way. But I just, we have something to talk about at least.
Yeah. Oh, they're going for it. So
Okay.
play
Well,
action touchdown pass. Oh, no,
someone
they're
just
gonna
threw
call
their
a
remote
timeout.
at the wall.
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay, now they're going to call timeout. Okay, now someone picking the remote back up off the wall.
Somebody's stressed out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that's fair. And then in the AFC, I think we can all agree like the most exciting is if the Steelers win and move on.
Steelers to the Super Bowl.
And
I would love
Steelers
to
beat the
see
Titans in the regular season. Hey, the Steelers win this one, they could go to the AFC Championship game.
and then they beat the Bills too.
Yeah, exactly. Steelers Super Bowl. This is incredible. Have they beaten anyone still in the AF? I don't believe so. But Steelers, that would just be the ultimate. Like whoever was in because I believe the NFC game is the first, or excuse me, the AFC game is the first one. Okay, so they're still going to go for it. They just took a timeout.
Yeah, I'd love a play action touchdown pass for the over.
I like that. Yeah, the play action. Nope, they're going to throw a pitch to Giovanni Bernard, who does not get the first down. Philadelphia Eagles players are celebrating as what will probably be the last snap of their season, barring maybe a potential kneel down formation.
Yep. This is a good season for Philly. We've talked about this team. I mean, we predicted preseason. I mean, we weren't alone on this too, with this being one of the worst teams in football.
Mm-hmm.
They're operating with weird cap situation, so they had to sell a lot of parts. I still think there's good pieces of this team. I think Nick Sirianni did a really good job given the circumstances. And I think there's reason for optimism in Philadelphia going forward.
Yeah. I think so as well. I think that this is a great season for the Eagles.
Yeah.
You had a lot go your way. You have several draft picks. You still made the postseason. You know Jalen Hurts can play in the NFL. Now, how good do you think he is? That Jalen Hurts makes a really good play there. So it even hurts, like we said, there's kind of some similarities to that Lamar Jackson playoff game, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that one was incomplete, but still a good play by Hurts. He has a bad first half or maybe first 3 quarters, but at least shows life in the 4th quarter, and it gives you some optimism that if he's in another playoff game, he'll get off to a hotter start.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the question is because you have 3 first-round picks now. So is this what you want? And I think Sirianni in the front office is going to have to answer that question. Is Hurts the guy you want? Like, I think there's things I really like about Hurts, and there's also things like there's very glaring numbers of like, okay, he really doesn't have answers for specific schemes. Like he's just not, he doesn't really have the answers for those. So like, is a Kenny Pickett involved with one of those 3 picks, or is a Desmond Ridder or a Carson Strong? There's plenty of options at quarter. I mean, people are saying it's a weak quarterback draft, but they also kind of said that during the
Mahomes and Watson.
The Mahomes and Watson year. Yeah, exactly. So maybe one of these guys pans out. I think someone's going to talk themselves into Kenny Pickett. He is a Pennsylvania, played at Pitt, local guy. So could be something that they consider.
Yeah. Should be interesting. It seemed like the clock, I guess that was a fumble, not an incomplete pass. So that's why the clock's still running. And now they're setting the ball here. I think this might just be, there's one final play here just for the fun of it. Hurts takes the snap. He's going to have time. He's going to throw the ball deep down the field, and that will be incomplete. And that's your ball game. Tampa Bay moves on to the second round. Tom Brady now 5-0. in the postseason while wearing a Buccaneers uniform. Good stuff. I believe this now means that Tampa Bay is just one win away from having as many playoff wins with Brady as they did without Brady in their history.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty crazy stuff. The numbers wise for that. Good win for Tampa. I think you had a lot of questions about this offense heading into this game, just from the injury perspective. And I thought the offense looked pretty good. I thought they had some stale moments, but for the most part, I thought they did a really good job in this game.
Yeah, I agree. So that's it for the stream. We'll be back to talk about every game, recap it all, not just the ones that have already happened, but the ones that will happen, including the 49ers Cowboys, which happens on 4:30. Also, reminder everyone, the Nickelodeon game in 15 minutes. Kyle, will you be watching on Nickelodeon?
I will. I'm going to take my dogs out for a walk. I'll come back and catch probably the middle of the first quarter, and then we're good to go.
Yeah, if you want to see our live thoughts, though, Kyle, let them know where they can find us on Twitter, so that way they can still keep up with us during the remainder of the games.
Yeah, make sure to follow us on Twitter. That is at Jackson Kruger. Make sure to follow me at by Kyle Gronin. And then make sure to follow the account page for at On The Sideline JK. That's at On The Sideline JK on Twitter. Any updates will be posted on there.
Yeah, good stuff. Again, thanks to everyone for watching this stuff. We'll probably maybe be back next week in some way, but I'm going to make videos recapping all of the games, including this one probably. So be on the lookout for that. Kyle, any final thoughts?
Looking forward to these last couple games. Looking forward to Monday night, and then Tampa's moving on, so should be some good stuff going forward for this team.
Yeah, should be good. All right, Kyle. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, man. Have a good one.
All right. Of course, as always, see you later, alligator.
Peace.